From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Lud Barlow, Johnny. I'm on a spot.
What's the matter?
The Templeton house in Boston was knocked over sometime during the night. We have a $100,000 loss on our hands. Can you go over there right away?
Well, I'll see what the plane situation is, Lud.
Never mind the plane situation. Just pack up and get out to the airport. I'll meet you at Hangar 12.
What?
I'm chartering a plane for you.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Mideastern Indemnity Corporation, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Templeton matter. Expense account item 1, $5 even, cab fare from my apartment to Hangar 12 at the airport. A twin-engine Bonanza had been rolled out and a fueling truck was pulled up alongside. A man in a sheepskin seemed to be supervising things. The man who seemed to be supervising him was Lud Barlow. When he saw me, he waved his briefcase.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi.
Are you all set?
Well, I'm here. That's what you mean, Lud.
That all your luggage?
Yeah, this is it.
This is Tommy Clark, Johnny, your pilot. How are you?
Hi, Tom.
I'll stow this gear for you.
Oh, thanks.
The faster we move on this, the better off we are. You know that.
I know.
This is the blanket policy. This is the itemized list. This is the itemized list broken down. You'll have to check the itemized against the sales. Your authorization procedure. And a description of stock records, including shipments received by Templeton House up to and including the first day of last week. Okay?
Swell. Now maybe you'll tell me what this is all about.
And when you get there... What?
What it's all about. Let's start with Templeton House, huh?
It's the biggest jewelry firm in Boston.
You said they were robbed last night.
Burglarized, broken into somewhere between 5 and 7 o'clock in the morning.
All set, Mr. Dollar.
What'd they get away with?
Well, that's for you to find out, Johnny. We carry a blanket policy on all their stock. Anything in the store in the way of merchandise is covered.
On the phone, you said something about $100,000.
It may be $200,000, Johnny.
I take it you talked to somebody in Boston.
Yeah.
Did you talk to the police?
Yes, for a minute. I told them I was sending a man. They're expecting you.
Give you a hand, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Who's in charge, Lud?
Lieutenant Roebuck.
Roebuck?
Yeah.
Get your seatbelt, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sure.
He'll want to see those contents records. You be sure and tell him they're up to date.
Who's the man with the company?
What?
The man at the company.
Templeton.
Stand clear, Mr. Barlow.
Remember, Johnny, a client can face a thing like this a lot better if the man from the insurance company standing by.
I'll try to remember that.
Good luck and keep me informed.
By the time we arrived at the Boston airport, I'd read over the policy and had a fair idea of the coverage involved. Expense account item 2, $10, more cab fare. I dropped my bags off at the Independence Hotel and had the driver take me over to Templeton House. 2 police cars were parked in front of the building, and 2 uniformed police officers were parked in the doorway.
I'm sorry, mister. The store's not open today.
Well, I'm from the insurance company.
Oh. Lieutenant Roebuck's in the back. Go ahead.
At the back of the store, a white-coated intern and an ambulance attendant were working over a blanket-wrapped figure laid out on the stretcher. One of them was operating a plasma tube. The other was checking the pulse. A group of men, some in uniform, were watching closely. The tall, thin one seemed to be in charge of things. Roebuck?
Yeah.
Johnny Dollar, Mideastern Indemnity.
Oh, didn't take you long. It's Sergeant Younger, Sergeant Toohey. This is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
Hi, man. What's this?
Oh, this man was a special patrolman working the area. He must have walked right into the middle of it and got himself shot. They've been giving him transfusions ever since they found him.
Uh-huh. Said anything yet?
He hasn't been conscious. Doc, how about it?
We can't do any more here, Lieutenant. We'll have to risk a trip to the hospital and try to operate. Okay, boys, load up.
Doc, this is Mr. Dollar, insurance company.
How are you, Doctor?
Okay.
Doc, we're going to want to talk to him the minute he comes around.
I'm not going to promise you anything, Lieutenant. Well, see ya.
All right. Now, Mr. Dollar, you didn't waste much time.
I brought a contents list that might help you, Lieutenant.
Good. The best help we're going to get is from that patrolman. Come on, I'll show you around. That's just where they got in.
Jimmy, huh?
Yeah, most likely. There's marks there on the door jamb. But near as we can tell right now, they only took important stuff. Easy to move.
Easy to break down and unload, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see where they snipped the alarms, grounded the wires.
Mm-hmm. Showcases aren't touched.
No, they went straight for the safe, Dollar. Well, we really got something on our hands, huh? You don't just break into a store and open one of these things very easy.
Someone did. The neighborhood was canvassed for possible witnesses. I spent the rest of the morning with Dorian Templeton, the owner of the company. By noon, we had taken an inventory of the missing stock and drawn up a tentative list.
As far as I know, that about does it, Mr. Dollar. Now, what's the next step?
I'll check this against the merchandise received reports, Mr. Templeton. It'll take a while. As soon as I have that finished, you can check it over again and file a formal claim.
And then?
The company will reimburse you in cash.
Well, what are the chances for recovery in a case like this?
Well, I could quote the actuaries, Mr. Templeton, but I won't.
Why not?
Whoever broke in here last night knew what they were about. They opened your vault the way you'd open your front door. They took what they wanted and got out very quickly. No alarm, no witnesses. The chances are they planned the rest of it just as well. They probably scattered. The police aren't sure how many men were involved. They know it was at least 2 men, possibly 3.
How do they arrive at that?
1 man working on the safe, another man looking out, possibly 2. The point is, the more men who are involved, the harder it'll be for them to take the jewelry, break it down, sell it, and stay out of sight.
They're going to get away with it?
I didn't say that.
Well, nothing seems to have gone wrong with their plans so far.
One thing went wrong. That special patrolman surprised them. True, he didn't have time to draw his gun or sound the alarm, but they had to shoot him. And if something hadn't gone wrong, they'd have been satisfied to knock him on the head.
Yes. Well, what happens now?
Well, that's up to the police. I can tell you their investigation will take some time. Burglary is the toughest kind of thing to work on.
Why?
No witnesses.
I never thought of that.
Dollar, you all cleaned up?
Well, we got a tentative list. As soon as I check it, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Mr. Templeton, I'd like to have you come with me now.
Now?
Yes, we'll want your statement, sir, and there's quite a bit of work to do with the employees.
All right.
Dollar, as soon as you get the list up, give me a ring, will you?
Yeah, okay. Any news about the policeman?
Yeah? It's a murder case now.
Expense account item 3, $25, stenographic fees. The public stenographer at the hotel helped me make a comprehensive list of the stolen items, which was verified by Templeton. The amount of loss was set at $100,000. By late afternoon, clerks, stenographers, accountants, designers, salespeople, stonecutters, all in Templeton's employ had made statements to Lieutenant Roebuck. The statements were in the process of being checked. A general roundup of known safecrackers and burglary suspects had begun. Expense account item 4, $3.75 dinner. Lieutenant Roebuck and myself.
Well, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah. Any luck on the employees?
Oh, it's hard to say yet. One of them has a record.
Hmm?
Yeah, a fellow named Tabor, one of the janitors there. He's a 2-time loser. I had him tucked away in a cell until we clear some of this other stuff away.
Has he said anything?
Oh, he denies all knowledge. As far as time incident goes, he was home sleeping when all this happened, but that doesn't rule him out of somehow getting that safe combination and passing it on to a friend.
Yeah.
Man with a record's apt to have that kind of friends who'd be interested in just that kind of thing.
Hey, how much do you want me around?
You're a free agent, Dollar. If you have any ideas, I'll listen. It's a tough baby, any way you look at it.
Let me talk to Tabor. There might be a shortcut.
Why not?
Well,
John Tabor?
that's right. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar. I'd like to talk to you a minute.
Okay, talk.
You might be in a lot of trouble, Tabor. That'd be too bad. They tell me you're a 2-time loser.
If you don't believe what they tell you, you just go look it up for yourself. It's right down there in the books.
How did you get that job at Templeton's?
I asked for it.
They know about your record?
No.
You keep it from them?
I didn't broadcast it, would you?
No.
Okay, what other dumb questions have you got?
Do you have any ideas about this?
I've got a lot of ideas.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
Need anything?
What?
Cigarettes, anything?
I'm all set.
Okay. My company faces a big loss in this case. We'd like to avoid that loss. There's a standard offer I'm authorized to make in some instances. I'm going to make it to you. If you have any knowledge of this crime and can furnish any information that will lead to the arrest of the persons involved and recovery of the merchandise, my company will guarantee you the best possible legal assistance in the event that information should incriminate you.
That's pretty generous.
Well, I have to say it to you. You can use your own judgment. Hey, guard. It's a pretty good offer when you think about it, Tabor. You have a record. The police can't pass you up without a lot of scrutiny. You know that.
That record makes me a real hot one. I swiped a couple of cars, and now they think I might have opened that vault.
No, they don't think that. But they have to find out if you might have contact with somebody who did open it.
I don't know anything about it.
In that case, you'll be released.
Oh, sure. Sure, I'll be released when every cop in town had a go at me twice. I'll be released when the guys who did the job walk into the station and say we didn't mean it, we want to give it back. They've always got to have somebody to throw to the newspapers.
Maybe.
You know it and I know it. Nothing better than to throw some old ex-con in a can and hold him for questioning.
Well, Dolly, you go for it?
No.
Any more ideas?
Turn him loose, Lieutenant. See whom he talks to and whom he meets. John Tabor was released without bail, and a 24-hour watch was put on his residence. By 10 o'clock the next morning, the police had located 3 witnesses to the shots that had killed the special patrolman. However, none of them had seen the burglars or the car that was used. The district attorney's office issued an order impounding the financial records of Templeton House. A complete audit revealed that its affairs were in excellent shape. It also revealed that Templeton himself was the only man in the jewelry firm who had the combination to the vaults. His statements emphatically denied giving the combination to anyone. As far as the police were able to determine, he was telling the truth. The search for all known safecrackers extended into New York and Philadelphia and Chicago. On the morning of the 3rd day, a claims adjuster arrived from Hartford with a check for $100,000, full payment on the claim. 2 hours later, we had the first break on the case.
Hey! Caller, hey!
What? Oh, hello, Lieutenant.
Come on, get in.
What's up?
Well, the Harbor Division found a body down by the docks early this morning, all weighted down with 38 slugs. They were fired from the same gun that killed that special patrolman.
They match, huh?
Like the dimples on your knee.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment.
It is a rare event when a young man decides to leave civilization behind and hide himself away in the steaming jungle, just so he can help his fellow humans in a remote corner of the world. The late Dr. Tom Dooley did just that when he left the United States to help the sick and starving jungle people in the little kingdom of Laos in Southeast Asia. Dr. Dooley's story is well known to nearly everyone. And all over the world, people talk of his little jungle hospital on stilts. That's where he treated the dread diseases of the jungle and trained native medical technicians so that they might help their own people. Dr. Dooley wrote and lectured to many people so that the work of his medical assistance program, Medico, might go on. It was not easy for someone so young and so talented to give up the bright lights of the city and plant himself down in an unknown jungle just for the purpose of helping unfortunate people he didn't even know. But through Medico, Dr. Tom Dooley wanted to help people. He wanted to help people to help themselves. Today, the work of Medico is going forward in a number of countries besides Laos. Young men are being sent to the United States to be schooled in medicine with the idea of returning to their own countries to help their own people. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of medical supplies have been donated by American businessmen and pharmaceutical companies. Today, Dr. Tom Dooley's work is being continued for him. It is helping to create better understanding. It is an injection of the spirit of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Templeton Matter.
I spent the rest of the day with Lieutenant Roebuck at the morgue. The body that had been found in the harbor was a man about 35 to 40 years old, slim build, dark hair. The labels had been cut out of his clothes and the laundry marks torn off. His fingerprints didn't check with anything in the local files. Roebuck put them on the wire to Washington and requested an urgent identification. Johnny Dollar.
Blood Barlow, Johnny. What's this in the paper?
Well, the special patrolman and the unidentified man were killed by the same gun. As soon as we get an identification, we can go to work.
Well, how about that ex-con that turned up working at Templeton's?
Tabor? Well, they're still watching him. He might have been the case man. So far, it's just an idea.
I'd like a recovery on this one, Johnny.
So would I.
What do you think is possible?
Well, 2 days ago, I would have said no. Today, things look better. For one thing, none of the merchandise has shown up on the market. For another thing, there has to be some kind of connection with this unidentified man.
I just read your report on Templeton himself. He's out of the question as a suspect?
So far, yeah.
He's the only one who had the combination to the safe.
There's no apparent motive for him to rob himself.
But he's the only one
Don't
who
start yelling at me, Lud. I know what you're thinking. Find a motive. Well, give us time, boy. Give us time on everything. Lud?
Oh, I guess I hate to pay off big claims.
You may get it back. Keep your pants on. Expense account item 5, $50 deposit for rented car. That afternoon, I drove from Boston to Creeksdale, the home of the Grantland Safe Company, where I met a man who looked as formidable as the product he manufactured.
I am Grantland, sir.
I found him standing inside a shiny new vault, ready for shipment.
Beautiful thing, eh? On its way to South America tonight.
Well, I never thought of a safe exactly that way, Mr. Grantland.
Ah, beauty, strength. Think for a moment, sir, the treasures it will someday hold. But I bore you, sir, with my enthusiasm. Now then, you say you are here on a matter of vaults?
One vault, Mr. Grantland.
No.
The one your company sold and installed at the Templeton House in Boston 17 years ago.
Yes.
Have you read about the burglary?
No, sir, I have not. Templeton House.
Yes. The vault was opened.
Blasted?
Opened. Someone had a combination.
I am bewildered, sir. Indeed I am. You'll want a thorough accounting from my organization, of course.
Well, that's up to the police, Mr. Grantland. Right now, for my own information, I wonder if you could tell me who might have the combination to that vault.
Well, in answer to your question, I would first have to inspect our records.
Well, I brought the serial numbers.
Oh, well, let me see. That's as good as... the K series. Mr. Keating set the final combination.
Mr. Keating?
Yes, my chief engineer for years.
And who else?
Myself, sir. I'd have a record of the combination in my own file.
And who are those available to?
Myself, sir. I keep them in my own vault.
I see. Anyone else?
No one here. The people in proper authority at Templeton's.
I'd like to meet Mr. Keating if I could.
Impossible, Mr. Dollar.
Why?
Mr. Keating has been dead these 6 years.
I drove back to Boston, phoned Roebuck, and told him about my interview with Grantland. He said he'd already started looking into Grantland's background and expected to have a report within 36 hours. I was a little surprised when Dorian Templeton called half an hour later and asked me to have lunch with him.
Would you like a drink?
No, not now, thanks, no.
I didn't know whether to call you or the police, Mr. Dollar. I finally decided on you.
Uh-huh. What's the matter?
Well, it's one of those strange things. I'm not a particularly observant man, and I don't know why I observed this.
Go on.
However, last night, Mrs. Templeton and I went to a dinner dance at the country club. We thought with all this business, a little relaxation should do me some good.
Yeah, sure.
There was a young girl at the table next to ours, a very pretty girl whom I've never seen before. I happened to notice her handbag, jeweled affair, quite expensive. One of our items.
Yeah?
It didn't occur to me until we were leaving that it had been sample stock, not for sale.
What do you mean?
It was stolen, Mr. Dollar.
Why not the police, Mr. Templeton?
I was going to call them first thing this morning and report it. And then I got a package in the mail. It was the handbag, intact. Crazy?
You said it. Did you happen to get the name of the girl?
I asked the maitre d'. He said her name was Helen Tabor.
That's not so crazy. Expense account item 6, 10 cents, one phone call to Lieutenant Roebuck to see if John Tabor was still being watched. Roebuck said that 2 men were on duty watching his house at all time. I saw them when I drove up an hour later. They were parked across the street.
Yes?
Miss Tabor?
Yes, who are you?
Johnny Dollar, is your father in?
He's sleeping right now. May I help you?
I don't know. Didn't I see you at the country club last night?
Why, yes, were you there?
Couldn't keep my eyes off of you. Or your handbag.
Oh.
I'll talk to him, honey.
Dad, is anything wrong?
Nothing I can't handle. Go ahead, fix up a pot of coffee.
All right, Dad.
Nice girl, Tabor.
Yeah.
Templeton was at the country club last night. He saw her. You can talk to me or you can talk to the police.
I don't have to talk to anybody.
The way it looks is that you cased the job. You might even have killed the special patrolman. He was shot close range. Could have been somebody new and trusted. You've got your share of things. That handbag was part of it. A little part of it.
The way it looks, huh?
That's about it. Of course, I don't understand why you sent the handbag back, but then you've probably got a good story for that.
Oh, I've got a good story. Nobody will believe it, but I've got a good one. It starts off by me saying I didn't help in that heist. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't case the place for anybody. I didn't even know it was coming off.
Let's get to the handbag, huh?
I took that 2 days ago. I borrowed it. I've been borrowing stuff right along whenever my kid needed anything. I always come back in good shape. I told her they let me do it. She don't know anything.
Borrowed, huh? That's kind of a strange philosophy.
I don't even know how to spell the word. I do know my kid's got a life ahead of her. I got to give her every chance to look good, act good, use her brains, meet the right people. Not just because the right people have money, but because they know more right people. It takes a little extra to let her do things like that.
You let her use the handbag because she had a date to go to a dance.
You guys are all the same. I didn't expect you to believe it.
Oh, relax. Maybe I do believe you.
What?
It sounds nutty enough to be the truth.
It is the truth.
All right.
You taking me in?
I'm going to tell Roebuck about this. He'll probably want to talk to you. He can check it better than I can. No, I haven't any authority to take you in. I wouldn't take you in anyhow. I'm interested in guys who walk into vaults. See you around.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I never thought I'd see the day when I try to help a cop or anybody like a cop. Maybe this is the day. I saw the paper last night.
Oh?
The picture of that guy they found floating in the harbor. They tagged him yet?
He's a John Doe until we hear from Washington.
His name's Kiley. Billy Kiley.
How do you know?
I used to know him a long time ago.
Billy Kiley.
Yeah, from Philadelphia.
Thanks. A check with the Philadelphia police and a comparison of fingerprints identified the man as William H. Kiley. His Boston address was on Parker Street. I drove out there with Lieutenant Roebuck. It was an ordinary, undistinguished apartment house. No one answered at apartment 12A, so we let ourselves in. The room had nothing to offer in the way of evidence.
Well, did you find anything?
No.
Well, I'll have some men come out here and give it a good going over. Well, maybe the manager or the tenants says something that'll help us. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Now, be careful, Dollar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah. This is Tim.
Any trouble there?
A little.
Say that again.
A little.
I don't know who you are, but I know you're not Tim.
Well, it sounds like we're getting something. Here, let me have the phone. I'll see if I can trace it.
Don't bother. I know where we can find him.
What?
I'd recognize his voice anywhere. It was dark by the time we got to the Grantland Safe Company factory in Creeksdale. There was a single work light spreading a sickly yellow glow over the main floor loading platform. We were expected. It went off somewhere in the darkness of the building.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, let's try for that stair railing.
Right.
You see the flashes?
There.
All right. We'll have to try and make it.
Mr. Dollar?
I think you're alone. Answer him.
Yeah?
What are you doing here?
Looking for $100,000 worth of jewelry and the answer to a couple of murders. Funny?
You're very foolhardy, but you're courageous. A man of your perception could do well with a part of that money.
No, thanks. I'll take it all.
You will take nothing, sir.
Keep him talking. I'll try to get under the stairs.
Are you alone?
For a little while. But I've got people coming, though.
Oh, people, eh? Mr. Dollar?
Still alive and kicking, Mr. Grantland. You can't shoot around corners.
No. But then I don't have to shoot around the corner. Very good shooting, sir.
Grantland, I want a statement.
No statement. No statement.
He was dead before the ambulance arrived, and there was no statement. There was never a statement. As nearly as it could be pieced together, Grantland himself opened the vaults at Templeton House. William Kiley and possibly a man named Tim helped him. Kiley, of course, was killed for his efforts. Tim never appeared, was never identified. My hotel bill ran up to $168. That's item 7. Item 8, $35, car rental. I got $50 deposit back. Item 9, $32.50, airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $413.28. Remarks? Put that against the $100,000 the insurance company didn't have to pay off. Johnny Dollar.
This is Barlow. I just talked to Roebuck in Boston. There's not one scrap of that jewelry anywhere in that whole safe factory. Not one piece.
I know.
What?
Just about now, there's a safe at the port of New York being shipped to South America. It's a Grantland safe. And if you hurry over there, you can... Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Johnny.
Hi, Pat. What's new?
At the moment, Edward J. Rollins III.
Oh, what about him?
One of our companies has a hefty policy on his life, and he sent word he wanted to change his beneficiary, then he disappeared.
And you want me to go looking for him?
That's the general idea.
Ah, look, Pat, you could be wasting dough sending me. Chances are he'll pop up again by himself.
Oh, yes, I know. Of course, it involves a little trip to the Caribbean, but if you're not interested...
The Caribbean? I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Time and Tide matter. Expense account item one, $1.20 cab fare from my apartment to the offices of Universal Adjustment Bureau and Pat McCracken.
Now, the mention of the Caribbean did the trick. Sit down.
Yeah, thanks. Now, what's the deal?
Well, about 6 months ago, Johnny, Ed Rollins decided to marry a girl named Virginia Blake. And he took out a large policy on himself from one of our companies, naming her as beneficiary. Last week, he apparently changed his mind.
Oh?
Called from Nassau, said he wanted to remove Virginia Blake as beneficiary, and he was supposed to come to Miami to sign the papers. We had an agent waiting there for him. But he didn't show.
What was he doing in Nassau?
He had his cabin cruiser down there with 3 of his friends. Among them, Virginia Blake.
Did you check Nassau to see if he's still there?
Oh, we checked. His boat is gone. Now, the trail just starts in Nassau, Johnny. Where it'll lead is anybody's guess.
Expense account item two, $140 even, air transportation and incidentals to Nassau in the Bahamas. There, I found a man who remembered fueling up Rollins' boat a few days before. He'd heard them talking about working their way down through the Bahamas, skin diving, and then cutting over to Jamaica. They'd mentioned one place in particular, Crooked Island. Item 3, $50, transportation via chartered seaplane to Crooked Island. I spotted Rollins' cruiser in one of the coves, and the pilot set me down nearby. A dinghy with an outboard motor came over from the boat. It was Ed Rollins.
You say you're an insurance investigator, Dollar?
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Rollins.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I came to see if you were okay.
Me? Well, why shouldn't I be?
You were supposed to meet an agent from the company in Miami last week. You didn't show up.
Oh, well, I changed my mind. You mean you came all the way down here because I didn't show up in Miami?
Well, when a man with a hefty policy in his life disappears, the insurance company starts worrying.
So it seems.
Hey, mind slowing down a bit? I'd like to talk to you before we get on board.
Sure. Now, what's on your mind?
As I understand it, you took out a policy about 6 months ago and named a Virginia Blake as beneficiary.
Yes, that's right. We're going to be married.
Then a week ago, you apparently changed your mind.
Well, I decided to think it over some more. That's why I brought the boat down here.
What's the trouble?
Oh, it's just... Well, I might as well tell you. I began to suspect Virginia's been two-timing me.
Oh? With whom?
That I don't know.
Have you asked her about it?
No, not yet.
Why not?
Because I'm afraid she might tell me the truth. Maybe I don't really want to hear it.
Ah, I see.
Look, Mr. Dollar, we're going to do a little more skin diving here in the cove this afternoon and then shove off for Jamaica around dark. Why not come along? You can catch a plane back to the States from there.
Okay. Who all's on board your boat?
Let's see. Virginia, you know about. Then there's Bill Winslow.
Winslow?
Yes, kind of a beachcomber at heart. I bring him along mainly to handle the boat. He's real good at it.
Anybody else?
Oh, Tony Atherton. A worthless sort of guy, but rather amusing company once in a while. Besides, he introduced me to Virginia, so I owe him something for that. I guess.
Well, look, you mind introducing me as just an old friend of yours?
Yes, that's just what I had in mind. Oh, say, there they are waiting for us on deck.
Bill Winslow was tall, lanky, blonde crew cut, deep tan. The kind who looked at home on a boat. Tony Atherton, on the other hand, was the kind who was at home nowhere. Or maybe anywhere, as long as he had a drink in his hand. And Virginia, well, One look at her and you forgot where home was. Rollins and Bill Winslow strapped on aqualongs and went over the side to do some skin diving. Tony Atherton, Virginia, and I sat around on deck for a while. I noticed that Virginia didn't seem to be at ease. Atherton noticed it, too.
Use a drink, Virginia?
No, thanks.
What's the matter, darling? You bored?
No.
You see, darling, Virginia didn't really want to come on this trip, did you, dear?
Just skip it, Tony, will you? Seems like Ed and Bill have been underwater a long while.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. How long do they usually...
don't worry. Ed likes to live dangerously. Besides, he's got Bill Winslow, all-American boy, to take care of.
Will you lay off it, Tony?
Hey, there they are. Here, wait a minute. Looks like Rollins is in trouble.
Get him on board! Here.
Hey, quick.
Get up over here.
Watch your face, buddy. Easy. Here. The faceplate. Get it off. You okay, Rollins?
Yes. Yes, I guess.
What happened, Ed?
Oh, something went wrong with his air supply. Yeah. Sprang a leak. Thanks, Bill. If it hadn't been for you...
Oh, skip it. Just lucky I was close to you.
Look at this rubber tubing. It's frayed through.
Yeah, I guess I must have scraped it against some coral.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband. Hi, honey. Did you fix the windshield wipers?
I sure did, Reba. How's that?
Oh, you fixed them. Good for you, Donald.
Thank you, my dear. Well, that's that. Now, if it rains, we're prepared for it, huh? I feel better now.
Oh, me too. A driver has to see the danger if he expects to avoid it.
That's right. And also keep the back and side windows clear in rain and snowy weather.
That's right. Oh, how about the horn?
The horn?
The horn doesn't work, Sergeant. Aren't you going to fix it?
No, I don't think so. Frankly, Reba, I hate horns. Whenever there's a traffic jam, the first thing some guys do is blow their horn.
Which does absolutely no good.
Of course not. All it does is jar everyone's nerves. No, I don't think I'll fix the horn.
Oh, but now wait a minute, Don. Look, supposing we're driving along and suddenly we see a youngster on his bicycle headed right out into the street. Sounding that horn will warn him and possibly avoid a tragic accident.
Yes, that's true, but...
Or supposing we're driving on the highway, and just as we're about to pass a car, that car decides to pull out into our lane and pass the car ahead of him. He obviously doesn't see us, and he won't hear us shout. But one little beep on that horn, and he'll automatically scoot back and avoid a collision.
Reba, you've convinced me. Even though it can be a nuisance, the automobile horn is a necessity.
Then you'll repair it?
Immediately.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Time and Tide Matters.
Ed Rollins seemed to regard his close shave underwater as an accident, so I decided to play it that way. But I wasn't convinced. Somebody could have tampered with his air hose. We got underway around dark and headed for Jamaica. About 10, I went up on deck for a cigarette. It was a dark night, but from the stern I could see two figures up in the cockpit. One was Virginia. The other at the wheel, I figured, was Ed Rollins. There was a long kiss. Then they lit cigarettes. In the light from the match, I could see it wasn't Ed Rollins at all. It was Bill Winslow.
Dollar? That you?
Ed Rollins. I guess he'd just come topside. But I didn't know if he'd seen what I'd just seen. If he had, he gave no sign of it.
Johnny. You know that stuff I was telling you about? Maybe cutting Virginia out as beneficiary?
Yeah, what about it, Ed?
I think you better forget it. I've decided to go ahead and marry her. Well, I don't think I could get along without her.
Oh, I see. Look, Rollins, it's probably none of my business, but I something feels...
There's Virginia now up in the cockpit with Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I thought she was below. Well, she must be doing some navigating. Yeah. Virginia? Virginia, honey, come on back.
Oh, okay.
Watch your footing. We're rolling a little.
Yeah, pretty heavy swell.
How's Bill getting along up there?
Okay, why?
It's about time I relieved him at the wheel.
I'll take over if you like.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. But I enjoy handling the boat at night. Virginia, honey, you look sort of tired. Maybe you ought to turn in.
I will as soon as I finish my cigarette.
Well, I'll take over now.
Enjoying the cruise, Mr. Dollar?
Sure. How about you?
Why not?
According to Tony Atherton, you didn't want to make this trip.
Tony's very good at remarks like that.
Oh, I thought you and he were old friends.
Let's just say I've known him a long time.
How you doing, Dollar? Fine, Winslow. How's the boat doing?
On course. We should reach Jamaica tomorrow night. Virginia.
I think I'll go below now. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
Night, Virginia. Well, you seem pretty much at home aboard a boat, Winslow.
It's where I belong.
You and Rollins seem to do all the boat handling. How about Atherton? He ever give you a hand?
No, he's just the passenger type.
Well, how about Virginia? Does she handle a boat?
She can handle anything.
Oh.
She's a nice girl, Mr. Dollar. She deserves the best.
Maybe that's what Rollins can give her.
Maybe.
You don't sound convinced.
Good night, Dollar.
When we reached Jamaica the next night, I decided to do some checking. I went ashore and called Pat McCracken back in the States, asked him to find out what he could about any of them. He was to call me at a restaurant where we were having dinner. Winslow went back to the boat right after the meal, and Atherton drifted out to inspect a few bars. Rollins, Virginia, and I stayed at the table over coffee, but Virginia was restless and edgy. Finally, she told Rollins she wanted to talk to him. They went out on the terrace. And just then, my call from the States came through.
Johnny, Pat McCracken.
Hi. Did you find out anything?
Yeah. Ran a check on Virginia Blake. I found out she's apparently been paying off for something.
What do you mean?
She's been issuing checks regularly, a couple of $100 apiece, and always to the same guy.
You know his name?
Yeah. Tony Atherton.
I hung up and went out to the terrace, but Rollins and Virginia were gone. I started looking for Tony Atherton. I tried half a dozen bars with no luck. It was after 1 in the morning when I got back to the boat. Atherton was in his bunk. I woke him up.
What do you want, Dollar? Don't you realize what time it is?
Yeah, I want to know why you've been blackmailing Virginia.
Wait a minute. It's a pretty ugly world.
You're so right. Now look, Atherton.
Hello? Anybody aboard?
Yeah. Who is it?
Inspector Hastings, Jamaica Police. Is this Mr. Edwin Rollins' boat?
Yes, that's right.
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Mr. Rollins has been slugged and robbed.
What? Good Lord. Was he hurt bad?
I'm afraid so. Touch and go whether or not he'll live.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband.
Reba!
What is it, Donald?
Confound it, Reba, I can't find the fountain pen. I've looked all through this desk.
Here it is, dear.
Here it is.
You must have used it as a marker when you were reading this book. Let's see, this great literary classic, Six-Gun Showdown at Powder River Gulch.
All right, never mind about my reading habits. Just look at the coverage we're going to get with this new auto accident policy.
Let's see. We have collision.
$50 deductible.
Fire, theft, public liability, property damage, medical benefits. In other words, we have complete coverage.
That's right. Of course, it's going to cost us money. I'm sending the company a check right now. Gee, it's too bad we don't live in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island? Why?
Oh, because then our rates would be lower. Rhode Island has less accidents per capita than any other state.
Oh. Well, which state has the highest?
Let me see. Here it is, Nevada. No, by golly, Nevada's second highest. Alaska has the most.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just too bad we can't eliminate traffic accidents completely. Not only would it save life and limb, but it'd be a lot less strain on the pocketbook.
Yeah, that's for sure. These automobile accident policies get more expensive every year just because there's so many costly accidents.
Well, I'm glad we've got some good insurance coverage, Donald, but just remember one thing.
Oh, what's that, honey?
Well, some auto accidents ruin a fender, and Some ruin a family.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
But as far as I'm concerned, I don't want any of your old insurance money. I want you here at home, safe and sound. You'll always drive carefully, won't you?
Yes, I will, dear.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Time and Tide Matter.
Police Inspector Hastings led me down the pier and around the corner of a warehouse about 100 yards from the boat.
This is where one of my men discovered Rollins, Mr. Dollar.
He'd been slugged, huh?
With the length of pipe we found nearby. No fingerprints on it, Holmes. Rollins is in the hospital in a coma. Apparently he hasn't more than a 50-50 chance.
You said something about robbery, Inspector.
His wallet and valuables are gone. I'm afraid we've had quite a bit of that sort of thing around the waterfront lately.
Robbery, huh? Maybe. Maybe not. I poked around the pier for a while, but didn't turn up a thing. It was about 7 in the morning when I finally got back to the boat and Atherton's stateroom.
I told Virginia what happened, Dollar. She went to the hospital immediately.
Okay, I can talk to her later, Atherton. I still want to know why you've been blackmailing her.
Oh, look, you got proof, Dollar.
Virginia's been issuing checks to you pretty regularly.
Look, what's wrong with that? She and I are old friends. I've had bad luck with some of my investments. She's been kind enough to help me out. Now, look, Dollar, if you're trying to tie me in with what happened to Rollins, you're just wasting time.
Am I?
Of course, yeah. If you stop this nonsense, I can probably help you.
Oh?
Look, take a look out this porthole. Go on. What do you see, huh?
A stretch of pier? A warehouse?
Exactly.
Well, what about it?
Well, just as I was turning in last night, I heard footsteps on the pier. I looked out the porthole. Somebody was walking along it. As he turned the corner, I could see who he was by the warehouse light. It was Ed Rollins.
Oh?
A moment later, somebody stepped out of the shadows and followed him around the corner. Dollar, that was Bill Winslow. I tell you, I'm not the one who slugged Ed Rollins.
But you admit taking a walk last night late.
But sure. So what?
All right, where'd you go?
Oh, along the waterfront. I don't remember just where, and I don't remember what time it was.
Along that pier out there, around that warehouse, maybe.
Maybe. Look, I wasn't paying much attention where I was going, but I didn't see Rollins at all. What reason would I have to do a thing like that to him?
I can maybe think of one.
Like what?
Like you in Virginia.
Me? Oh, now, just a minute. That has nothing to do with it.
I think it has, Winslow.
Get this straight, Dollar. I didn't slug Rollins.
I kept hammering away at him, but I couldn't get anywhere. Finally, I left him and went up on deck. Virginia had just come back from the hospital.
He's still unconscious, Johnny. They say they don't know whether he'll make it.
Virginia, what happened last night? When I got through with my phone call at the restaurant, you and Rollins had left.
Yes. We walked around town a while talking. Then Ed said he had something to take care of, so he sent me back to the boat in a cab. I came back here and went to bed. I didn't know what had happened until Tony Atherton told me this morning.
Mind telling me what you and Rollins were talking about last night?
He told me about the doubts he'd been having about me, that he realized he still wanted to marry me.
Oh?
And I told him there were a couple of things he should know about me first.
Like Bill Winslow, for instance?
Not that it matters now, Johnny, but that was a goodbye kiss.
Oh.
A couple of months ago, I became very attracted to Bill, but it was no good. You give Bill a boat or a beach, and... Well, his thinking doesn't go much beyond that. And I began to realize that what I really wanted was Ed.
What was his reaction when you told him about Winslow?
Well, he's a pretty wonderful guy, Johnny. That's why if anything happens that he doesn't pull through, I don't know what I'd do.
And what was the other thing you told him last night?
That Tony Atherton had been blackmailing me.
It figured.
You see, I roomed with a girl once I thought was okay, but she wasn't. Some stolen things were found in our apartment. I thought they were hers. I couldn't prove I wasn't involved.
You did time for it?
Yes. I wish I'd told Ed right at the start.
Well, at least you did tell him last night.
Johnny, who could have done this to Ed? You don't think it could have been Bill Winslow?
Oh, what I think doesn't matter, Virginia. It's what I can prove that counts. And right now, that's nothing. I walked off the boat and along the waterfront. There was a swirl in the channel. The tide was going out. It was almost low. I glanced over at Rollins' boat. It was resting lower against the pier now. Suddenly, a couple of ideas started pecking away at me. I went back aboard the boat and found a tide table. According to my watch and the table, it was low tide. Then I looked up the time of the previous roll. Yeah. I headed for Tony Atherton's stateroom.
All right. So Virginia was buying a little silence from me about her past. So what?
When Virginia told Rollins you'd been blackmailing her, he probably didn't like it much. He told her he had some business to take care of. It could have been with you.
Now, look.
So he went out looking for you around the town. He found you.
Now, wait a minute.
What'd he do? Threatened to have you prosecuted? Was that it? So you followed him down to the waterfront, sneaked up behind him and slugged him.
No.
You figured you'd killed him. But even if you hadn't, you were safe because he couldn't have seen who slugged him.
Look, Dolly, you're talking nonsense. Told you I saw Bill Winslow following Rollins. I saw it right through this porthole.
And that's where you hung yourself.
What?
Take a look out that porthole. What do you see?
Why?
Yeah. The pilings of the pier. It's low tide.
Well, so what?
And it was low tide at the time of the attack. You couldn't have seen over the top of the pier then. You were lying.
Oh, now, look, I tell you, I won't
try it.
Get away from me!
You know, it's funny, Atherton. Shakespeare was more right than he knew. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which sometimes leads to fortune. In your case, brother, you missed. Expense account total, including transportation and incidentals home, $403.50. Remarks? Tony Atherton's in jail where he belongs. Bill Winslow is somewhere in a boat where he belongs. Ed Rollins pulled through. He and Virginia will get married next month. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the plot revolves around Ong's hat. And if you want to know what that means, well, join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Today's story was written by Robert Wright. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Larry Dobkin, Herb Ellis, Tony Barrett, Frank Nelson, and Ben Wright. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, has been a presentation of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Peter Hardy at Tri-Western Property and Casualty Insurance.
Hi, how are things at the Golden West? You still in Reno?
Sure am.
Good boy. What goes, Pete?
A little trouble with a big dairy farm out here, Johnny. Armenian Dairies.
Okay, Pete, tell me all.
A year and a half ago in a fire, Armenian lost one of his silos. You know, one of those big towers where they store and cure a lot of chopped up corn and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Cost us $21,000.
$21,000 for a silo?
This time it's a compound silo, and the claim is for $56,000.
Oh.
But I don't want to pay it.
I don't blame you.
Sure, because, Johnny, I think it was arson.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-Western Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Reno, Nevada office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the doubtful dairy matter. Expense account item 1, $141.20. Transportation and incidentals, Hartford to Reno, Nevada. It was about 9 a.m. when I arrived, so I checked into the Mapes Hotel, then walked over to Pete Hardy's office.
Armenian Dairies is just north of here, Johnny, in Warm Springs Valley off Route 33.
Well, then I'd better rent me a car.
Or you can use mine.
Now, Pete. How can I run up my expense account unless I have something to run it up with?
Johnny, for once... Anyhow, the reason why these silos Armenian has are so expensive...
Is that the owner's name, by the way?
Yes, Aram Armenian.
And I take it he's Armenian?
Strangely enough, no. Now, he's had all his silos very specially built.
Oh, how specially can you build a silo? Just a concrete base, a lot of long wooden staves to get the circular shape, and a good roof on top.
Well, he has some trick with them inside.
Like what?
That's his deep, dark secret. But he claims it makes better silage for his cattle than is possible anywhere else in the world.
And one of these things burned up a year and a half ago.
The word exploded best describes it. Yeah. And as I said, cost us $21,000.
And now the replacement has gone up in flames.
Yes, day before yesterday. He filed the claim the same day.
Well, why do you suspect arson? Did the local authorities find anything suspicious?
No, but you go out and talk with Armenian, Johnny. And if you don't end up with the same kind of feeling I have, well, I'll leave my shirt.
Expense account item 2, $50, deposit on a drive-your-own car. Finding the Armenian Dairy and Ranch some 20 miles north of the city was easy. It was spread out all over the countryside. Hundreds of acres of well-irrigated, lush green pastures. Square in the middle of the ranch sat one of the cleanest, most modern dairies I ever saw. Aram Armenian gave me the grand tour, and I must say I was impressed. There was close to 200 well-kept Guernseys in the main barn, which was clean as a whistle. The milking machines, coolers, separators, clarifiers, and so on were the same. Yep, a prosperous-looking setup. Finally, Mr. Armenian took me out to where a small group of workmen were cleaning up what was left of his compound silo.
As you can see, Mr. Dollar, only the concrete base is left.
That must have been a pretty big silo, Mr. Armenian.
Yes, the largest and most efficient in the entire West.
Still, $56,000.
Oh, the size had nothing to do with that. It was the inner construction, known only to Barnwell, the man who built it for me, and to myself, of course.
Well, what was so special about it?
Principally a method of venting.
Venting?
Yes, it increases the phosphorus and lactic acid content.
Well, I thought the point in a silo was to keep it pretty well sealed up.
Venting within, Mr. Dollar. But that's all I'll tell you about it. It cost me $56,000 to have Barnwell build it. And I wish the company to pay my claim as quickly as possible, because I'm starting construction on a new one immediately.
Of the same type?
Oh, vastly improved type.
Oh, then it was to your advantage to lose the old one.
Just what do you mean by that?
Your loss came at just the right time, didn't it?
Now, just a minute, Dollar.
With the insurance money, you can build a new and better one. And when it gets out of date, I suppose you'll have another fire.
Oh, I see. You think perhaps these last two were deliberately set?
Were they?
Ridiculous.
Is it?
But if they were...
Yeah?
If they were, I certainly wouldn't know it.
Oh, come on now. After what you've just said.
And what's more, Mr. Dollar, I'm sure you'll never be able to prove it.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
We sometimes wonder, what is the life of a human being really worth? Not too much? Or maybe a great deal? Does it depend on whose life it is? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. Fred Hargesheimer, since World War II, has felt that his life is worth quite a lot of gratitude. During the war in the Pacific, about June of 1943, Lieutenant Hargesheimer had his P-38 fighter plane shot out of the sky. Badly wounded, he bailed out over a tiny island New Britain. It looked pretty small from where he hit the silk, but he found it much bigger when he hit the ground. It was bigger, and in complete control of the enemy. But Hargesheimer was lucky. After a month of lonely hiding, he was found by a group of friendly natives from the village of Nantambu. They cared for him and successfully hid him from enemy patrols for the next 4 months at the risk of their own lives. Then Hargesheimer was able to make it back to civilization. For the next 17 years, Fred Hargesheimer thought about those wonderful people of Nantambu. 12,000 miles away in the United States of America, Hargesheimer put a great plan into effect. He made speeches, took up collections, sold jewelry belonging to his family, and worked out a way to bring a bit of civilization and happiness to the little village of Nantambu. Needless to say, the villagers gave him a spectacular welcome upon his return. Fred Hargesheimer showed his gratitude to the people who had saved his life. But life is worth little without freedom, the right of all men, everywhere.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Doubtful Dairy Matter.
Why, what he said and the way he said it. Aram Aminian was practically challenging me to find out how arson was involved in the destruction of his $56,000 secretly constructed compound silo. Expense account item 3 phone call from a gas station on Highway 33 to Reno Police Headquarters. But Lieutenant Brady of the arson squad assured me he'd failed to find anything indicating the fire was set. So dead end. Until I remembered a little trick that had worked for me before and might work again. Item 4, 27 cents for a loaf of white bread at a grocery store along the highway. Then I drove back to the Aminian Ranch.
If I'd known you were hungry, Mr. Dollar, I should have had something provided for you at the ranch house, in spite of your rather nasty attitude about this loss of mine.
Food is the last thing I'm thinking of, Mr. Aminian.
Well, then why this loaf of bread, if you're not... Whoop!
Now, let's see.
Oh, now, surely you're not going to eat the piece that dropped in the ashes.
Nope. No.
Well, then get it out of your mouth, man.
Well, mm-hmm.
Whatever in the world are you doing, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, I knew it.
You knew what?
A sure test for kerosene, Mr. Aminian.
What?
Yeah, fresh bread dropped in the ashes of a fire even days after the fire is out.
I don't understand.
I can still taste the kerosene. And, mister, it makes things look pretty bad for you.
Me? Oh, good heavens, man, you can't... Dollar, I resent this completely unfounded accusation.
Go right ahead and resent. Or better still, let me get hold of a stenographer and you can dictate a confession.
Get out of here.
Want to do it the hard way, huh?
Get off this ranch, Dollar. Now leave. Immediately.
Sure.
And I warn you, don't come back. Because if you do...
Better be careful, Mr. Aminian. The kind of a threat you're about to make wouldn't sound very good in court.
Get out. Get out.
Out on the highway, I stopped at the mobile gas station again and made another phone call. Item 5, another 20 cents. It was to my old friend Herb Carlbert, cashier of Reno's Farm Trade National Bank. It was past closing time, but he promised to leave a door open for me. So I grabbed a sandwich and a Coke along the way. That's item 6, 80 cents, including tip. Then at the bank, Herb led me back to his private office.
Well, sit down, Johnny. Tell me all about yourself.
Yeah, later, Herb. We'll go out on the town and talk our heads off. Right now, I need some information. I hope you can tell me where to get it.
Oh? Information about what?
The Aminian Dairy. Or better still, Aminian himself. You know him?
Oh, I certainly do. We're his bank. His happens to be one of the best accounts we have, especially in our investment department.
You mean it's big?
Plenty big.
Like how much?
Well, now, Johnny, I'll tell you this. If I had a quarter of his net worth, I'd have retired long ago.
No big outstanding debts on his place? Anything like that?
Not a penny. Aram's financial condition is as... Now, wait a minute.
Yeah?
That fire and explosion of his compound silo?
Yeah, that's right. Herb, I've found evidence indicating arson.
Well, certainly aren't accusing him.
Who else?
Oh, no, you're wrong.
Oh, now look, Herb, he filed that claim so fast.
It's the most natural thing in the world for him. It's the way he does everything. Like paying his bills immediately on receipt. He works that way. You expect everybody else to.
Well, he gave me the impression he wanted to collect quickly in order to have money for rebuilding.
Of course. Rather than cash in some of his blue chip investments.
Herb, somebody fired that silo.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be Aram.
You sound like you're in cahoots with him. What about his employees? From my impression of the man,
They love him like a father. Every one of them.
And if every employer was as generous as he is, there wouldn't be any labor troubles in this country.
Well, the fact remains that somebody somehow stood to profit by destroying that silo, and the one before it.
Well, I can't imagine who. Even his competitors like and respect the man.
Oh, so they say.
No, they do. He's helped them stay on their feet during hard times, developed new ideas and methods, then passed them on to them.
Oh, the fact remains...
But, Johnny, I've had a rough day. How about a nice, cool, casual drink? Then we'll have dinner and take him to town.
Item 7, 2130, for drinks and a good dinner back at the Mapes. But I didn't enjoy either. Because Herb in his defense of a median was no help at all. Except perhaps for giving me a list of all the people he could think of who did business with him. I decided to check them all first thing in the morning. Finally, about midnight, having lost our share at a couple of nearby gambling clubs, we parted. Herb drove away to his home on the outskirts of town. I went back to the Mapes.
Take Mr. and Mrs. Kenworthy to room 314, boy. Yes, sir. What can... Oh, Mr. Dollar.
Just my key, please.
Certainly, sir. Here you are, sir. And I hope you enjoy a pleasant night's rest.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, there was a gentleman here looking for you early this evening. Hung around quite a while. Said he'd be back.
Well, who was he?
He didn't give his name, sir, nor did he wish to leave a message.
Mr. Armenian?
Mr. Armenian, the dairyman? Oh, no, sir. I'm quite sure.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Good night, sir. Oh, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
There he is. There.
Huh?
Going out the door, the dark brown coat.
You're sure?
Yes, sir. The same man. I wonder.
Yeah, so do I.
But if he knows you, sir, and saw you, sir...
By the time I got out the front door, the man in the brown coat was halfway down the block and walking fast. Faster and faster, as a matter of fact, as I gained on him. He turned the corner, and by this time, both of us were running. Hey! Hey! Were you looking for me? By the end of 3 or 4 blocks, it was a real foot race. Then suddenly he turned into an alley, and like a darn fool, I plunged into the darkness of it after him. Hey! Hey!
Right here.
Oh, no, you...
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. New Hampshire state flag carries its state seal on a field of dark blue. The seal is surrounded by a wreath of laurel leaves, the symbol of peace, interspersed with 9 stars because New Hampshire was the 9th state to join the Union. The heart of the state seal is a representation of the frigate Raleigh, recalling the glory of the early days of sail. New Hampshire state flag, the flag of the 9th state to enter the Union, was adopted on April 29, 1931.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Doubtful Dairy Matters.
If it hadn't been for a big interstate moving van that drove into the alley where I'd been waylaid, well, I have a strong hunch I wasn't supposed to have lived through that beating. The truck driver, who absolutely refused a tip, incidentally, half walked, half carried me back to the Mapes. And the desk clerk had a doctor in my room within a few minutes.
Terrible thing, Mr. Dollar. You're being attacked like this. And, of course, I'll have to make a report over to the police.
Oh, do anything you like, Doctor. Just get me patched up, will you?
And you, easy now. You have no idea who could have done this to you.
Believe me, I intend to find out.
Judging by this swollen hand of yours, you got in some good licks, though, and whoever...
What's the matter?
Well, this is a very unusual ring you're wearing.
Oh, some kids in the YMCA gave it to me a couple of years ago. I helped them with the softball team.
Oh, yes, of course. That's the Y insignia.
Yeah, one of them made it.
And the 3 raised points stand for spirit, body, and mind.
Yeah, that's right. Well, now, if you just... Oh, wait, what's that for?
To make sure you get plenty of rest.
Oh, no,
now,
wait, Doc.
I'm the doctor. Roll up your sleeve, please. Here, I'll do it.
Look, if this shot leaves me groggy in the morning...
You'll wake up feeling fine. There you are. Incidentally, that ring...
Listen, before you notify the police... Ooh, hey, this shot works pretty fast.
Yep. As I started to say, if that ring of yours didn't leave a mark on whomever you defended yourself against out there in the alley, I'll be very much surprised.
In a few seconds, I was out like a light. But then a whole set of weird dreams began to plague my somewhat battered mind. And questions about who had attacked me and why. Only the why was only too obvious to keep me from finding an arsonist who, who probably bore the mark of my ring on his kisser. I thought of the names Herb had given me and his insistence that none of them could be guilty. Wait a minute. There was one name he hadn't mentioned, but a median had, of one man who stood to gain a lot by the destruction of the silos. Or maybe it was just a crazy hunch, part of the wild dreams that came from the beating I'd taken. In any event, in the morning, as soon as the bank was open, I was in Herb Carlbert's office again.
Well, yes, he has an account here, too, Johnny. At least he did before.
How about loans? Has this man we're talking about taken out any loans?
Well, yes, but, Johnny, you know I can't...
Yeah, I know. The fact remains he's pretty hard up for dough, isn't he?
Well, I didn't say that. Although, of course, if that's the conclusion you choose to draw...
Tell me this. He owes the bank money now, doesn't he?
Yes.
All right. Did he also owe the bank a lot of money about a year and a half ago?
Johnny.
Yeah. Well?
Johnny, you're right. But who would have suspected? And when you consider that Aram Aminian is the one man who has given him money for all the work he's... I can't believe it.
Herb, it started out as a pure hunch, but right now I'd bet my... Where can I find him?
Well, if Aram plans to go ahead with new construction, he's probably over...
Sure, out there at the dairy. You want to come along?
Well, maybe I'd better after the way Aram threatened you.
I guess I owe him an apology for the way I tore into him. Let's go.
Johnny.
Yeah?
What if we're wrong? What if this man we think is the arsonist...
Will you agree that the firebug is the same man who attacked me in the alley?
Well, I suppose so.
Then we'll soon know. Because believe me, he's a marked man. We made the Aminian dairy in 30 minutes flat, and we're told at the gate that Aram Aminian was in the pasteurizing plant.
Maybe you better let me talk to Aram first, Johnny.
It's not Aram that I'm interested in, Herb, and you know it. Hold just a minute.
Huh? What's the matter?
Hold it a second, will you, while I tie my shoelace?
Yeah, sure. And I've been thinking, Johnny, on the way out, you know, we could really be terribly, terribly wrong.
Herbert, old man.
Aram, we're just looking for you.
Well, when I heard the car pull up, I thought it was Joe Barnwell. He's due here to show me final plans for the new silo he's going to. Well, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Aminian. I want to apologize for...
Well, what's the matter?
That dressing on your cheek.
What about it?
Just what is that little bandage hiding?
Johnny.
Well, Aminian?
As a matter of fact, I cut myself shaving this morning.
Well, I'm sorry, mister, but that bandage is going to have to come off.
Look, Johnny.
Now, just a minute, Dollar.
Here you are, Aram. Here's the final blueprint for it.
Why, what's wrong, Joe? Oh, gentlemen, this is Mr. Joseph Barnwell, Herb Carlbert.
We know each other.
And Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Yeah. I think we know each other, too, Barnwell.
Oh, do we?
Joe, did you have an accident of some sort? Your face.
What's going to happen to him now won't be any accident, Mr. Aminian. And I apologize for doubting that you cut yourself with a razor.
What? I'm afraid I don't understand.
But that bandage on your face doesn't hide any razor cut, does it, Barnwell?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, then let's rip it off.
You certainly won't. What? Good heavens, Johnny.
Yeah, look. The mark from the ring on my hand where I struck him last night. Okay, Barnwell.
Now stop. Don't touch me.
Start talking. Tell Aminian how you burned up his fancy, expensive silo so you could build another one. How you burned the other one up. Talk.
I swear I...
Talk. 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 Yeah, he talked all right, plenty. About a racket so old I hadn't heard of it in years. The crooked builder who burned out his own clients to get himself more work. And in this case, a natural, because he was the only one who shared Aram's secret construction plans. And by the time I was through with him, he blabbed about some of the other clients he'd taken the same way. Expense account total, including incidentals and the trip back to Hartford, $418 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star, Bob Bailey, will return in just a moment to give you a hint about what's in store for you on next week's program. Meantime, listen carefully.
There is a biblical verse which promises life is going to be better for everybody in the world when mercy and truth are met together and righteousness and peace have kissed each other. When the people of the United States of America express that thought, it is not in idleness, but in deeds. Today it is common knowledge that when the gigantic earthquakes and tidal waves struck the Republic of Chile in South America not too long ago, thousands of lives were lost and tens of thousands were left homeless, hungry, and suffering. Immediate aid in the form of food, medicine, clothing, supplies, and professional and technical help were flown to Chile by the United States Air Force in a Mercy airlift. When the work was done and the suffering people made happier and more comfortable, American servicemen received such grateful thanks from the people of Chile that they felt increased pride in being able to wear the uniform of the United States of America. This same pride has come to other Americans in uniform when mercy and truth have come together to follow the wake of disaster in other parts of the world. After the earthquake in Agadir, Morocco, after 2 devastating cyclones swept across the Bay of Bengal into East Pakistan, after a typhoon rocked and battered Japan. As mercy and truth got together, so did peace and righteousness to form a pact for freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, here is our star to tell you about next week's intriguing story on yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Next week, well, I get into cattle country again. And a Hereford steer solves the case for me. So join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Paul Duboff, Will Wright, John Daner, Harry Bartell, Parley Bear, and Forrest Lewis. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Harry Branson, John.
Hi,
at
Harry.
the Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Insurance Company.
I said hi. How are you?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm fine, thank you. But that's beside the point. John, this thing has me terribly upset.
Comes the day you aren't upset over something, Harry. It'll be a miracle. What's it all about?
Can you come down here to Philadelphia right away?
Don't see why not. But now what seems to be...
If you can clear up this matter, I shall be eternally grateful. $985,000.
Wow. For what, Harry?
Of course, anyone, any criminal, that is, could be suspect in the theft.
Theft of what?
But the murder, it doesn't make sense. Or does it? What do you think, John?
What do I think? Look, Harry, you haven't yet given me...
What possible reason could there have been for firing the shot that...
How about the butler?
What? The butler? Of course, I never thought of that. John, what butler?
Oh, I'll be down to see you, Harry. Goodbye.
Wait. You mean you know something about this case that the police and I don't know?
I don't know anything about it yet. I'll be down to see you.
But in that case...
Goodbye, Harry.
But in that case, John, if you don't know anything about it, what leads you to suspect the butler? And what butler... John, you have me all confused.
Then that makes us even. Bye.
But, John...
So help me. If it weren't for the big fat expense account I can foist on Harry Branson, well, here we go again.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Insurance Company, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the ingenious jeweler matter. Expense account item 1, $32.70, train fare and incidentals, Hartford, Connecticut to Philadelphia. Cab to Harry Branson's office on Walnut Street. I found him sitting at his desk, his head in his hands.
Oh, John, I'm glad you've come.
Yeah. Well, how's your good health, Harry?
My health?
Wait,
as a matter of fact, it's fine, although I did have a touch of laryngitis last week. I could hardly speak about it. John, why do you always try to take my mind away from matters at hand?
I simply asked
Particularly something as important as this.
All right. As what?
The Beaufort collection, of course.
Beaufort? Oh, yeah. Seems to me I've heard about that. Jewelry?
One of the most important small collections in the world. Why, when His Grace the Duke de Beaufort lost them to the Germans back during the First World War.
Yeah, I'm sure. But now let's get to the point.
They've been stolen. And we'd insured them for nearly $1 million.
Stolen from where?
The jeweler who owned them, J. Harold Whipsett.
Oh, hey, I've heard of him, too. Isn't he the fellow who was tagged by the Customs Department a few years ago for trying to smuggle in a lot of stuff?
Yes, the same one. But his reputation since that incident has been quite all right, completely unsullied. Oh, I must admit that I had some misgivings about issuing a policy to a man with his past record. But since he's in the clear again, and considering the premiums involved, and John, I had a long discussion with a psychiatrist about the man, about what would motivate him to...
Look, Harry, before you go rattling off on another tack...
John, I resent that.
Look, you said something about murder at the time of the theft?
Oh, yes. So far, however, it's only attempted murder, you see?
Of this man, Whipsett?
His secretary, Miss Winkle.
Winkle?
Perry Winkle.
Oh, now, wait. Is that some kind of a gag?
It certainly is not. At first, when they arrived, the police thought she was dead.
Well, where did all this happen?
At the Whipsett office. It's on Chestnut Street.
When did it happen?
Just last night. Oh, dear, $985,000.
And maybe a human life.
Well, yes, of course.
Now, tell me all you know about it, Harry.
Well, the Beaufort collection contains several diamond and emerald brooches that date back to, let me see.
Forget the dates. What I want to know is...
No, the fact that all the stones were rather small and of conventional cut means that once they're remounted, no one could ever identify them.
Well, what's that got to do with the date of the collection?
Well, as I started to say...
let's go over to the Whipsett's office.
Oh, very well. Now, as I started to say, the date of the Duke de Beaufort's acquisition of these jewels...
you say this Perry Winkle was badly hurt. How?
She was shot by the robber. Now, as I started to say, the date at which the Duke de Beaufort...
Tell me this. Was Whipsett himself shot or shot at?
No, and I'm sure he'll tell you all about that when you see him at his office. He's certain to be in this morning. As I started to say, John...
John, going down, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks. Come on, Harry.
Step in, please.
Harry!
As I started to say, John... John?
Whether I wanted or not, during the 9-block taxi ride up Chestnut Street, I got the whole history of the Duke de Beaufort's jewels, from the time of the French Revolution to the present. That cab, by the way, is item 2, $1 even. What I did want to know was more about J. Harold Whipsett. After all, a man who'd once attempted fraud against U.S. Customs. Anyhow, we finally reached his office in the Prosser building. Present was Police Lieutenant Bart Stanley, with whom I'd worked a case 2 years ago. Glad to see you, Johnny. Yeah, same here, Bart. Well, what do you make of it? So far, blanco. Is Whipsit here? One of the boys took him down for some coffee. He needs it after what happened to him last night. The Beaufort jewels, huh? Yeah.
Yes, I told Mr. Dollar all about them, Lieutenant. How the robber took nothing else, how the jewels themselves came into being, how back in the
Harry, we've got work to do here.
Well, after all...
Now, look, Bart, this man Whipsit, his reputation in the past. I know exactly what you're going to say. I might have thought the same thing, Johnny, if I hadn't seen exactly what happened. Tell me what did happen.
Lieutenant, you look very tired.
Yes, Mr. Branson, I am.
After all, having been up all night on this thing, suppose I bring Mr. Dollar up to date.
Well, sure. Oh, no, you don't. I want to find out now, not next week.
John.
Go ahead, Bart. Well, Whipsit and his secretary, Perry Winkle. Isn't that a name? Yeah, sure is. Where is she, by the way? Jefferson Hospital. Anyhow, they were here very late last night working on the books. Came a knock on the door. Whipsit opened it. This man barged in with a gun and demanded the Beaufort collection. And? Well, Whipsit argued with him, finally gave in when the guy threatened to shoot him. But Miss Winkle made a dash for the door. The intruder let her have it, held the gun on Whipsit, tore out the telephone line, then locked him in and disappeared. And that's it. Wait a minute. How could he lock Whipsit in his own office? This lock opens from the inside. With this, Johnny. What? This little rubber doorstop? That's right. But I don't see... I'll tell you how he did it, and why this little rubber wedge is absolute proof that Whipsit couldn't possibly have rigged this whole deal.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
For a long time, people...
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the ingenious jeweler matter.
Look here, Johnny. This door. What about it, Bart? Well, this is a real old building. All the office doors open outward into the corridors. See? So? All right. After the robber made Mr. Whipsit hand over the jewelry, he shot the secretary, Miss Winkle. Then he yanked out the telephone, beat it, and slammed the door on Whipsit. But you said locked him in, and I don't see how. Look, with this little rubber wedge. Door opens outward, right?
Don't you see, John?
Oh, wait a minute. Sure. Of course I see, Bart. Sure. He simply jammed the doorstop under the edge of the door from the outside. Sure. So the harder Whipsit pushed against the door, the tighter it jammed. The telephone knocked out. All he could do was bang on the door and holler out the window. That's what tipped you off? The policeman on the beat down on Chestnut Street heard the shot and then the yelling. By a stroke of luck, I pulled up in a prowl car just about then. I see. We came tearing up here and found out how somebody locked Whipsit in his own office. Whoever did it, Johnny, must have cased the joint to know about the doors opening outward. Yeah. Makes any suspicion of Whipsit himself. Well. Yeah, it makes it look a little silly. Anyhow, he was pretty much beside himself, more upset over the girl lying there with a slug in her than he was over losing the collection. Any idea what kind of a gun was used on her? The hospital sent the bullet over to the lab. It was a .38 special. And she was in pretty bad shape, huh? Well, we thought at first she was dead. So did Whipsit. Could he give you a description of the assailant? Yeah, but it's not much help. Could apply to 500,000 men in this big city. What about fingerprints? None. Guy wore gloves. Has the girl been able to tell you anything at all? She was unconscious, Johnny. Has been ever since. I'm afraid it's going to be curtains for her. Oh, too bad. She's over at Jefferson, you say? Yeah, but there's no point in going over there. Even if she came to for only a couple of minutes, she might be able to give us something to go on. What could she tell us that Whipsit hasn't already told us?
Well, we're back, Lieutenant. You want Mr. Whipsit to stick around?
No, I guess not, Conroy.
I took him over to a place I know on Pine Street and poured a couple of stiff drinks in him. He needed them.
And you too, Conroy?
Oh, now, Lieutenant.
Mr. Whipsit, this is Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Mr. Dollar.
How are you? You know Mr. Branson, I guess.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. And may I tell you, Mr. Whipsit, how dismayed I am by what's happened here.
Thank you, Mr. Branson. It's been a terrible...
It certainly has. $985,000.
I was speaking of poor Miss Winkle, sir.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Mr. Whipsit, this girl, Miss Perry Winkle, she was your secretary.
She was more than that, Mr. Dollar.
Well, I loved her. How is she, Lieutenant? Has there been any word from the hospital?
Well, yes, Mr. Whipsit, there has. And it's proof that modern medicine is a very wonderful thing.
What? Oh, what do you mean, sir? Yes, John,
It may take time, of course, a long time.
Yes?
As a matter of fact, she hasn't even regained consciousness yet.
I see.
But it looks as though she'll fully recover.
Oh, I see. Well, I hardly need tell you how I feel about that. How glad I am.
I told that little white lie to see what, if any, reaction I'd get. And I had a strange feeling that his words, how glad I am, were not quite true. Fortunately, neither Harry Branson nor the lieutenant questioned my apparent knowledge of the condition of the girl. Even better, the lieutenant rose to the occasion.
Well, as I see it, there's really nothing further we can do here. You look like you could use some sleep, Mr. Whipsit. And Conroy and I'd better get back to headquarters, see if the boys have run down anybody who fits that description you gave us.
Yeah, good idea. Let's go, huh? And Mr. Whipsit, you close up and go on home and get some rest.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. You have no idea what a terrible shock this has been for me.
Of course, you'll keep yourself available if we need you further.
Oh, of course, Lieutenant.
Okay, Johnny. What was that all about? Telling him she'd recover.
Yes, John, I almost interrupted.
I was afraid you would. That's why I kept talking. Bart, I'm going over to the hospital.
Oh, now look,
If
Johnny.
there's only one chance in a million of that girl regaining consciousness, I want to be there when she does.
You still suspect Whipsit?
Did I say that?
Don't you see, John, the whole thing hinges on that little rubber doorstop. On the fact that he couldn't possibly have locked himself in with it.
Branson's right, Johnny.
Okay, then I won't go over to the hospital. Ring for the elevator, Harry.
Oh, sure. John, what will you do?
Call him on the phone down in the lobby instead.
This is Dr. Kenworthy.
This is Johnny Dollar, doctor, insurance investigator. I'm calling about Miss Perry Winkle.
Oh, yes. I was about to call the police.
She's conscious now?
She died, Mr. Dollar, less than 5 minutes ago.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Our Flag Heaven. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the ingenious jeweler matter.
Well, what'd you find out from the hospital, Johnny?
The girl is dead about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, dear. And we've got a killer to track down. Now I'd better get on over to headquarters.
I'll phone poor Mr. Whipsit. He left the building while you were in the phone booth, John.
Bart, have you got a key to his office upstairs?
Why, sure, right here.
Let me have it, will you?
Here. You want me to go up there with you?
Why don't you go over to the hospital and see if Whipsit shows there?
What do you expect to find up in his office, Johnny?
I haven't the least idea. Why kid about it? I didn't have the least idea what I expected to find, or even what I was looking for. When I walked into the jeweler's office up on the 8th floor, I picked up the rubber doorstop, the one thing that proved Whipsit couldn't possibly have rigged the whole deal. But I somehow felt that if only that little wedge of rubber could talk. Then I noticed a funny sort of burr on one side of it. Just a tiny little rough spot, but it showed me where somebody had pierced a tiny hole through it. Why? After a couple of minutes of rummaging around, I found it. A piece of fine, strong platinum wire, about 2 feet long. A wire that could be carefully slipped through the hole in that rubber doorstop.
Well, Mr. Dollar.
Well, what are you doing back here, Whipsit?
If you don't mind my saying so, there was something about your attitude that I didn't exactly care for when you were here with the policeman and Mr. Branson. And when you left them downstairs in the lobby and took the elevator. Oh, I see you found it.
Yeah, that's right. It was very smart of you, Whipson.
Thank you.
Put this rubber wedge on the floor, just outside the door, with the wire on it leading under the door.
Exactly.
Then pull the door closed. Then pull the wedge into place with the wire. And the door can't possibly be opened from in here. You've locked yourself in. The more you push on the door, the tighter the wedge holds it.
That's right. And you don't forget to retrieve the wire by pulling on one end of it.
I suppose those are the gloves you wore when you killed Miss Winkle, so you'd leave no prints.
Oh, then she's dead. How fortunate for me.
And that's the gun you used?
Yes. I'm afraid she was rather averse to my breaking down the Beaufort collection, melting down the mountings and secreting the stones at my home. And, of course, claiming the insurance money, but after all, nearly $1 million.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because, you see, this is also the gun that will kill you. After which I shall lock your body in this office using the doorstop again. It's a rather nice touch, don't you think?
Is it?
Well, don't you see? It's now a sort of a trademark of the completely unknown thief, the unknown killer of both the girl and you.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Do you think if I found out how you did it, the police can't?
Did they, even after their lab crew spent the whole night up here?
I guess you got a point there.
Yes. Now, turn around, Dollar. Turn around.
Well?
You see, I'm going to have to shove this gun into your back to muffle the sound.
Look, Whipson.
Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I have.
What? Oh, me. Oh, I suppose I might have known this whole thing seemed too easy. All right, Lieutenant.
All right, Conroy, wrap him up.
Right, Lieutenant. Hands out, Whipsit.
Johnny, I knew you had something up your sleeve when you came back up here.
Just wouldn't let me work it out alone, would you, Bart?
All right, what was it? What did you find out that tipped you off?
Oh, you'll never know from me.
Huh?
After all, I might want to use it to stump you sometime.
Oh, now look, Johnny.
Okay, ask Whipsit here. He just loves to explain things. At great length, too. At least it was long enough for you boys to get up here.
I know something he's not going to explain his way out of. Let's go, Whipsit.
Harry, I think I'll have to figure out some way to pad my expense account even more than usual in cases like this. I mean, where a .38 slug nearly ends up in me. After all, fun is fun, a job's a job, but some of these laddies carry things too far. Come to think of it, I'll have to run down to New York again to appear against Whipsit. So, expense account total, including that and transportation back to Hartford and all the incidentals I could possibly think of, $181 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
With the bigger, more everywhere.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, an inventor with a device that can either save or wreck our country. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Harry Bartell, Byron Kane, Vic Perrin, Joseph Kearns, and Austin Green. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
This is Carl Bush, Johnny.
Yeah, Carl, what's new?
We've currently got a marine insurance headache down here. I don't know if you're interested, but your commission would be fat. I called you because I had a feeling you know Singapore. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been there on a case, and it'll have to be a fat commission to get me back there.
The policy is for $300,000. It covers a cargo that's being delayed out there, a time clause.
What reason do you have so far?
Mechanical trouble on the ship. One breakdown after another.
Accidental, sabotage, or both?
That's what we want to learn. Come on down after lunch and talk it over.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Tri-State Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Yankee Pride matter. Expense account item 1, $1.50 cab fare to your office.
Maritime insurance is a bad gamble at best, Dollar. Looks like we're on the short end of this one.
That I know about. I bet on Notre Dame last Saturday.
You aren't alone. This is a cargo of tin bound for a West Coast plant that's under government contract. Armament. Bearings, I think.
Oh. Well, that's where that time clause you mentioned fits, huh?
Right. They got a deadline, so they insured themselves. The way it stands, if that ship doesn't leave Singapore in a week, we start losing 2% a day on 300,000.
You have an office in Singapore?
Yes, but we haven't gotten any satisfaction from them. I don't know. That far away, you're out of touch.
What's your man's name?
Here, name's Els, Vincent Els. Here's the address.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can get the rest of the dope from him. I'll get out of here as soon as I can get space.
Good. It's nice seeing you, Johnny. Let me know when your plane leaves. I'll send you a bouquet of bourbon or something.
Expense account item 2, $1,280 airfare and incidental expenses between Hartford and Singapore. In the perverse way of ship and airlines, we arrived with one of Malaya's heavy, muggy dawns, coasting in over haze-hidden native villages, the island-studded harbor, and finally settling on the big field. I finished customs by 9, napped in my room at the Hotel Europe till 10, and I was in Tri-State's office by 1 p.m.
I'm happy to meet you, Mr. Dollar. Sit down. I trust you had a pleasant trip out.
Well, it's a little too long to be pleasant, Mr. Els, but those airline people do everything they can.
Yes, you've been in the East before?
A few times. Now...
Then you know that the unexpected is more or less commonplace here.
Then what are you driving at?
It's possible that you've come on an extremely dangerous mission, sir.
Oh?
On the other hand, perhaps it's only coincidence. One of my adjusters has been killed.
He was working on this case?
Yes, I'm afraid he was.
What have you done about it?
I turned the matter over to the police.
Did you mention the situation, the delayed cargo?
I did, but I rather think that they categorized him as an individual rather than as an insurance adjuster.
Who was he?
A young Chinese, Kufo Sun, an intelligent chap. I discussed the matter with him the morning previous to his death. That was 2 days ago. He told me he was going to visit the ship in question, the Yankee Pride. The men on board said he never arrived.
You don't think his death was a coincidence, do you?
Instinctively, no, but it's true that death isn't rare in some quarters here.
So I've heard. Hey, did this boy of yours leave a family? Anyone I can talk to?
His parents were killed in the last unpleasantness, but there's a brother. They shared quarters.
I'd like to have the address.
Of course. It's in Van Couren Street. Here you are. I won't bother directing you. Any rickshaw fellow will know where it is. But I believe he's employed by a Dutch concern. Wouldn't be at home till evening.
That'll work out. I want to go talk to the chief engineer of that ship first anyway.
Yes, I suppose you'll have to go. I only beg of you to proceed with great caution. The ship is down at the east docks.
I'm in the sack. Come in.
Oh, sorry to bother you, Chief. What's the matter with you?
Blasted fever. Seems like this climate brings it back.
Malaria?
Yeah. What do you want aboard?
My name's Dollar. I was sent out here by the company that's insuring your cargo.
What about it?
Well, they're going to start losing money if this ship doesn't get started home in a few days.
Well, there's nothing they can do and nothing I can do. I have a bearing flown to me from Hong Kong. When that gets here, I can pump water into the boilers, and not before.
What do you think about all this mechanical trouble you've been having?
What do you mean?
Well, has it all been legitimate, or could it have been sabotage?
Sabotage? Now, who'd do that?
I don't know.
Well, it hasn't been sabotage. Bearings go and generators foul up without any help. Ask me, I've been nursing them for 15 years.
When do you expect the stuff from Hong Kong?
It's hard to say. People don't work the same out here as they do in the States.
Well, I'll fly up there myself after your bearing if it'll get you out of here on time.
Look, mister, I'm not in any shape to figure out anything now. I'm sick. I'll try and talk to the captain about it. Come back tomorrow. Will you?
Uh-huh. Sure, Chief. I know. That fever's rough. After dinner that night, I rickshawed towards the address of the dead Chinese adjuster. I crossed over the Singapore River, which winds through the city to separate the native and European quarters, and entered Bencoolen Street. It was jammed with its people outside to take advantage of the breath of coolness that comes with night.
We're here, Tuan.
Good. Which store?
I point.
Good.
You go some other place, Tuan. I wait.
All right, you wait. Are you Mr. Koo?
Who asked?
I'm an American. I want to talk to you about your brother.
I will not talk. Why do you come here?
I'm working for the company where your brother worked. I came all the way from America. Why won't you talk to me?
You speak the truth?
Yes, I have no reason to lie.
You come then. You heard in America about my brother?
No, but I'm here in Singapore to do the same job he was doing when he was killed. I wondered if there was some connection.
Connection?
Was he killed because of what he was doing, or for some other reason?
I do not know. I did not know what he was doing.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
What are you afraid of? Why did you tell me you wouldn't talk about your brother?
I do not want to die.
Why would you die? Did someone tell you that you would, if you talked about it?
Yes. I cannot tell anything because I know nothing. That he will not believe.
Who? Come on, you can trust me. I promise you I won't mention a word of this.
He who came here before the police. I told him that my brother and I speak of other things, not work. But he made promise that I die if I speak to police.
Who was this man? Did you know him?
No, I have never seen him.
Was he Oriental or Occidental?
English. He would do low work, I think. The work of frightening people for some other.
Ah. And you're sure your brother didn't say anything about his work the night or day before he was killed, huh? Anything about a ship named the Yankee Pride?
Nothing. I have spent many hours remembering his last words to me. He spoke only of one new thing. A woman. With Forsoon, there was always new woman. With this one, he was filled with pride and excitement. She was Malayan. Perhaps she brought him death.
The man that threatened you, did he ask you about her?
He asked me everything that had been talked of, but I was frightened and did not mention her.
Do you know her name or where I can find her?
You will keep the secret?
I won't even mention that I've met you.
What will you say?
Well, I'll lie about when I got here. I'll tell her I talked to your brother that night before he died.
Her name is Randi. There's a place of an Arab in Malabar Street. It is called Billy Parker. That is where he spoke of finding her.
All right. I'll see if I can.
Please, Kosun's death is a very heavy sorrow. But my death is in the future. Do not come back. To speak further of this would be to waste the future.
I won't come back, Mr. Koo. Thanks for the help you've given me.
Goodbye.
Hey, wait one. You go other place now.
Yeah, I go other place. Malabar Street. Billy Parker. You know that?
I know, all right.
I didn't bother to go back. The crowd surging around the door I'd come out was enough to tell me what had happened. The future that Mr. Koo had been so anxious to protect had just ceased to exist.
In just a moment, we'll return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Edmund O'Brien. But first, are you ready to sing it again tonight? You'll find a whole hour full of the day's popular music sung by Eugenie Baird, Alan Dale, Bob Howard, and the Riddlers. You'll hear the tuneful riddle songs that lead to Sing It Again's Phantom Voice Treasure Trove. $5,000 in cash and $10,000 more in wonder prizes. Be listening again to Sing It Again tonight when it comes your way on most of these same CBS stations. The Phantom's a puzzler, but some CBS listener will win that $5,000 in cash. And now with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Telephones are still at a premium in the native quarters of Singapore. I wanted to report what had happened to Vincent Ells and tell him where I was going and why. So I tried to find one, but couldn't. The joint called the Billy Parker was a mixture of nationalities, languages, and tobacco smoke. I spotted two Occidentals as I went in. They ignored me, so I ignored them and elbowed a place at the bar.
Hello, boss. What do you drink?
Any scotch?
Oh, yes, sir. Got good scotch.
I'll take one. Don't mix it. I'm looking for a girl named Rondi. She here tonight?
Rondi? You go table. She serve you, boss. You pay her.
Right.
Rondi! Rondi, you come quick.
I am Randy. I brought a drink for me. Is all right?
I'm glad you did. Sit down.
Why did you ask for me?
Well, a friend told me about you.
You sound American, are you?
That's right.
I know some Americans.
Did one teach you to speak English? You speak very well.
No, they do not teach me that. I learned from missionary school in Penang. You are surprised?
I didn't know it showed.
Everybody is surprised that Randy went to school. Some American friend told you about me?
No, he was Chinese. His name was Kufo Soon.
Kufo Soon? He is no friend of mine. He's poor clerk. He told you about me?
A couple of afternoons ago. Said he was coming here to meet you.
He wanted to meet me, all right, but I did not want to meet him. He made fool of himself.
That would be easy.
What did he say about me?
Oh, that you were beautiful. That he was looking forward to seeing you.
He said that because he was lonely. I know about men. That's why you think of me tonight? Because you are lonely?
As a matter of fact, I am.
What is your name?
Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
You tease me.
Well, I'll admit it has a ring to it.
No. I tease you. I know the name. In Penang, my father worked for a steamship line with that name. Are you in shipping business?
No relation. Shall we get rid of the scotch?
How do you say? Bottoms up. I think I like so soon better now.
What do you mean?
Because he told you about me. I get tired of these people. I like to talk to you.
Randy! You come what?
Oh, work. Will you wait for me?
Wait for you?
Only a little while, then I stop work. You come to my house. We can talk some more. Please, you wait.
Rondi, are you lying to me, or don't you really know that Kufu Soon is dead?
He is dead? I only knew him that one time. Not as well as I know you. How should I find out? Why should I lie to you?
Because the chances are that you're the last person to see him before he was killed.
How do you know that?
Because he was on his way to meet you, and he never came back.
There are many places to go in Singapore.
Yeah, but it all keeps returning to you or that place. Fusoon's brother was shot right after he told me about you.
I did not know he had brother. Johnny, I do not want to talk to you like this.
I gave the name of the place to my rickshaw boy. Somebody overheard it. And the shooting took place right after we left. Why would somebody want to keep me away from you?
Nobody wants to keep you away from me. You are frightened?
Ah, that's past. If they'd wanted to kill me, they would have by now. Why did you bring me here?
I thought you understood. You are in trouble. Why don't you tell me? To listen to you, I would help you.
Forget it.
That would be better. I will help you forget, too. I'll make a drink. Pie. You like pie?
Sure, anything.
Do not think about your dead friends, John. You cannot help them now. You think of me.
What else?
Easy now. Easy. Sorry to interrupt. Hey, keep your pistol on him, Roy. Right. Well, I'll find out if he's got one.
He's not armed.
Ah, well, you should know, dearie. Well, now, ain't you going to get up?
I don't see why I should.
Because we're going for a little drive, that's why you should. Are you coming like a gentleman or otherwise?
Roy! Yeah? Oh!
Well, Dollar, what do you make of this? You go to sleep in a river shack? You're not careful now. Stay on your feet. And you wake up on the threshold of a blasted mansion. Here, give me a hand, Roy. He can't hold his feet yet. You know, you're an important man, Dollar. But don't get big-headed. There's them that's more important. Major, here we are.
I'm in the library. Come along.
Right you are. Go on, straight ahead.
What on earth have you done to him?
He was quite violent, sir.
Here, help him to the chair. I'd hoped this wouldn't happen, Mr. Dollar. Let me look at you.
Don't bother. You'll get a foot in the face if you get close enough. I promise you that.
Oh, I see. It's obvious that you fancy yourself a difficult man to deal with. But let me share a simple truth. You'll accomplish nothing here until I allow you to.
Those are strong words.
I have the power to support them. I know all about you, why you're here. My chief engineer will see that the Yankee pride does not move until I give the word.
And when will that be?
When I am ready to leave for Mexico.
Oh, you're crazy. That ship isn't going to Mexico.
Oh, yes, it is, Mr. Dollar. Because I have paid well for passage there.
You don't buy ship's articles. The Yankee pride says she's going to San Francisco.
One can buy anything with sufficient funds. The simplest are the petty official signatures needed to make these changes. You'd be amazed at how easily eyes are blinded and ears deafened. You don't agree with me?
Up to a point.
I understand. You think that I brought you here for the purpose of bargaining with you? There's no need for that.
Why am I here?
Because I enjoy my power. And at the moment, I'm fighting you and your stumbling, idiotic methods.
You're proud of your own? What kind of power did it take to bring off the murders of the Koo brothers? I'm not impressed.
You will be. I'm going to let you go on with your investigation.
Because you're a harmless pipsqueak.
Thanks.
How much money will your company lose by further delay?
2% of $300,000 for each day over schedule.
Well, please convey to them my thanks. And tell them I shall cover their loss. They won't attempt to prosecute. You may go. Earl and Roy will drive you wherever you wish them to.
I retreated to my hotel room. But I knew one thing about him and thought I knew something else. His name, as spotted on an envelope on the way out, seemed to be Major Ralph Dixon, and I had a strong feeling that his weakness was his strength and vice versa. The man was power mad. In spite of my exhaustion, frustration didn't let me sleep too well through the rest of the night.
Good morning, Mr. Ells here.
This is Dollar.
Well, I'm glad you phoned. I worried about what might happen to you last night.
Well, don't think for a minute that it didn't happen. What do you know about a Major Ralph Dixon?
Ralph Dixon?
Yeah.
Why, nothing. Who is he?
Well, he boasts that he's the man behind our trouble. He's crazy, and I really mean that.
Oh?
He claims that he's bribed everybody concerned with the Yankee Pride sailing, including port officials.
Mr. Dollar, you sound serious.
I believe him. Look, you have better entree here than I have. Would you see that you can learn something about the ship's papers being changed to include a Mexican port?
Oh, there was no Mexican port. I know that.
Well, he says there is. And see what you can learn about his visas and passport. And you might even check customs. He's holding the sailing up for something.
I say, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I'll start at the other end. I know my way around the bottom. Hello, Randy.
I did not run away, did I? I knew you would come back here.
You aren't afraid of me, but you will be. Right now, you're afraid of the Major, and I don't blame you. 2 men were killed to keep you and the rest of his pawns afraid.
Yes, I'm afraid of him. Many people are.
You and 1 or 2 others are going to have to protect him by taking the blame for those 2 murders. You know that, don't you?
Said there would be no trouble.
That was before I came to town. I say there is going to be trouble. Because I'm going to turn you in. And the Major is so powerful that nobody will believe you when you tell the truth. You'll pay for it all.
I believe that.
Well, don't you want to help yourself if you can?
Why? You know his power.
Not like you do, and I don't want to. I think he's crazy. And if I have to, I'll kill him.
What can I do?
Tell me what's behind it.
Gold. From an inland sultanate who is afraid of invasion. They send their gold out when they can. The Major is making the arrangements.
How much, do you know?
I've only heard. Almost 100 million.
American standard?
Yes, American. It's been delayed in its journey here. What can you do against power like that, Johnny?
If we can get high enough, we'll break him. The man I'm working with on this is checking every official the Major claims to have paid off.
How do you know that?
What do you mean by that?
You are speaking of Mr. L?
That's right.
He is only a human being. He is as greedy as any of us. I do not think he is asking questions.
He's been bought, too, huh?
Yes.
You, the captain, the engineer, officials, L.
You too, Johnny. If you were wise.
Did they tell you to say that?
It does not matter. Yes, they did. They told me to warn you.
I'm glad to hear that.
Why should you be glad?
Because it means he's afraid of me. What else were you supposed to tell me?
Only about Mr. Els.
Yeah. Mr. Els is as good a place to start as any. A check on the tri-state office told me that Els had left for home, so I followed him there. It was a cottage set back from the street. No one answered my knock. Through the veranda window, I could see why. Vincent Ells was sprawled on the floor, a pistol just beyond his outstretched hand. On the way to Major Dixon's, I stopped at my hotel long enough to get an automatic out of my luggage.
Well, what are you...
What's the meaning of this?
I just left Vincent Ells' house.
Oh, yes. I've been advised that the poor man took his own life. Perhaps you can profit from his act.
I think I can. What happened? Did he turn on you?
Let us say that he didn't appreciate his position with me. He miscalculated my strength. Naturally learned there was nothing left for him to live for. How have you fared?
I've done all right. I've finally realized that there's only one way to stop you.
Oh? And what is that?
To kill you. Have you thought of that?
Oh, see here. I'm a man of influence. You'd not be rewarded, you'd be prosecuted.
I think you're a man of influence only in your own mind. Your influence is due partially to money, but more to fear. Ells turned on you and you killed him. The girl Rondi would if she weren't afraid.
Ah, but she is.
She wouldn't be if you were dead. I want you to come with me.
And where would we go?
Down to the police commissioner, where I want you to list every bribe and killing you've been involved in.
Ridiculous. I have an appointment at the club. You'll pardon me, I'm sure.
I know about the gold, Major.
Oh, you do you? What do you propose doing about it?
I'm going to stop it.
You?
Don't try to leave, Major. Major!
You fool. Stupid little fool.
I didn't kill him. As it turned out, I didn't have to. Police investigation of the shooting brought out all the truth. The gold was confiscated when it arrived, and after 3 days of questioning, I was released. Remarks? You may lose 2 days on the Yankee Pride schedule, but to balance that, you also lost Mr. Ells, an agent you can do without. Expense account item 4, $300 miscellaneous. Expense account item 5, same as item 2. Expense account total, $2,686. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music conducted by Alexander Courage. Edmund O'Brien may soon be seen in the Paramount Pictures production Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were Virginia Gregg, Bob Sweeney, Tudor Owen, Bill Johnstone, Wally Mayer, Jack Crucian, and Ben Wright. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. This is Bob Stevenson inviting you to join us next week at this time when we'll again bring you Edmund O'Brien as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
There's Saturday night fun with the younger married set when Lucille Ball and her favorite husband come along later this evening on most of these same Columbia stations. Now stay tuned for Vaughn Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where Hopalong Cassidy rides every Saturday night on the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Bill Hudson, Johnny. Grand Industrial Assurance. Remember?
How could I forget? Whose assembly line busted down this time?
It's steel, Johnny. Cornell Steel, Pittsburgh. Lots of so-called accidental deaths from the open hearth furnaces. Frankly, it smacks of murder to me.
Could be hot work. I'll bring my sweatshirt. When's the next plane for Smokeville?
Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Great Industrial Assurance Corporation of America, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the dead first helpers. Expense account item 1, $83.24 plane fare to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a land of chimneys and open hearth furnaces where I met Supervisor Joel Barrett.
5 men in a single month, Mr. Dollar. All of them first helpers.
What's a first helper?
Well, it goes like this. The melter foreman is in charge of a number of furnaces. The first helper is in charge of an individual furnace. Under him are the second helpers and the cinder snaps.
I see. Well, how did the deaths occur?
In a number of ways. One man tumbled down a flight of stairs. 2 were killed by a crane magnet. Another one fell from the pouring platform. And just last week, one of our best men was killed in an explosion of a hot-capped mold.
You better explain that one.
Certain types of steel have to be capped after they've been poured from the ladle to the ingot, you see. Sometimes the pressure is so great inside of them that when the pourers shoot water on the cap to seal it, the cap flies off and sprays a man with molten steel. I've seen it happen only once, Mr. Dollar. That's enough for me.
Any connection between these deaths?
How do you mean?
I mean any common denominator, anything that could provide a motive for murder.
None that I know of, except for the fact that all the men had been with us for a long time, 15 or 20 years.
Just the boys who know their way around, eh?
That's what's so strange, Mr. Dollar. None of them have ever been found to ignore safety regulations.
Uh-huh.
How do you plan on proceeding?
Well, it's been my experience that plant investigation from the outside is pretty often a waste of time. The men are on their guard.
You want to go right to work in the shop?
What did you say they call the lowest man on the open hearth furnace?
Cinder snap.
Well, you break out the overalls, Mr. Barrett. We'll see how good I am at snapping cinders. Expense account item 2, 25 cents for work cap. Every other item of equipment provided by the company. Expense account item 3, $1 for blister salve and adhesive tape for hands after first 8 hours of work. Expense account item 4, 75 cents for liniment for back after second 8 hours of work. Expense account item 5, $10 first union fees, United Steelworkers CIO. Footnote, the 4th day on the job is the hardest.
Dollar!
Yeah!
Silicon!
What?
Silicon! Wheelbarrow, come on!
Right!
Move! Dollar!
Yeah?
Get on the rod. They're tapping 12.
Rod?
Get on the rod.
Right!
Dollar!
Yeah!
Where's the silicon?
Well, I gotta get on the rod!
Well, get to the rod, the silicon, and we're banging it.
You're what?
Hurry up! Dollar, get on the rod. Get on the rod.
The routine was a killer, but more and more I felt myself becoming a part of the making of steel. It's really something to watch the straight white-hot steam pound into the ingot molds from the ladles. And I began to know these men whom you never hear about, the men with the big backs and the soaking red bandanas around their waists, like Andre with a funny last name, who got a kick out of helping me along.
It's all right, Dollar. You get the swing of it. It's not half so hard like you think. After a while, you get strong, get tough like nails.
Oh, my aching back.
Bet you never eat so good, huh? Bet you never sleep so good.
Oh, I dream about lime-silicon ratios.
You on seat turn tomorrow?
Yeah, if you mean the midnight shift, yeah.
Good, you be with me. I show you lots of things.
Well, I don't mind the work, but frankly, I'm scared.
You work good. They no fire you.
It's not that, Andre. I mean cranes and scrap cars and ladles of steel 3,000 degrees hot.
You learn how to go around. You have no trouble. You remember the rule. You have no trouble. You'll be fine.
Maybe. But some of the boys were saying that 5 men died in the last month. And boys that should know how to get around. Right, Andre?
Accident always happen. Fools, the old ones, they are the careless ones. They think they know so well the rule, and they slip and poof.
Yeah, you said it. Poof. But sometimes it isn't so easy to make friends in a steel mill. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you know that you've lived too soft a life to ever get information from a steel man like Joe Poland.
I found him in the company cafeteria. Where you come? Chicago. You no look Chicago. What do I look? You look from office building. Where you work before? Office building. Your hand like baby, soft like milk. How'd they take you?
Guess I've got an honest face.
What?
Skip it. Eat your soup. It's getting cold.
Yeah.
Kirk Brody.
What you say?
Nothing. Just Kirk Brody.
Kirk Brody. How you know Kirk Brody? He dead when you come.
I know. Killed by a hot cap mold.
Kirk Brody friend. I like him. Work good.
Who was working with him, Joe?
Masaloni.
Glad it wasn't me. I'd hate to have that on my conscience.
You nosy. You maybe work for Barrett. Barrett. Blech. I don't like.
Finish your soup, Joe. It's getting cold.
Yeah.
But then there was Fred, another first helper, who helped me understand the general feeling about Mr. Barrett.
You'll learn what it's like, Dollar. You married?
Not yet.
Well, if you were married and maybe had a couple of kids, you'd find out. You'd lie awake at night and you'd wonder, will it be me? Will I get that blue slip tomorrow? What if something happened to me? Would she get anything from the insurance? Things like that.
How long you been here?
5 years. And tomorrow they can say, that's all, friend. And where are you?
You sound like you know your way around, Fred. What's your idea on these accidents?
Accidents? There's no such thing as an accident, Dollar. People who want to live cross the street with the light. It's the same way in steel. Like Kirk Brody, killed last week.
I decided to pay Kirk Brody's widow a call, but there was so little to go on, I had nothing to lose. She lived in a cold water flat. There was still a black wreath on the door.
Yes?
Mrs. Brody?
That's right.
I wonder if I could see you for a moment. I'm with Cornell Steele.
Come in. Won't you sit down?
Thanks. My name is Dollar. I'm investigating the accidents that occurred in the open hearths, Mrs. Brody. I'm sorry to trouble you about it, but there are some things I have to know.
Kirk was the last one.
It happened 3 weeks ago, is that right?
Yeah. 3 weeks ago, Tuesday.
On the accident report, it said he was killed when a hot cap blew off a mold.
I knew it would happen, Mr. Dollar. I knew it would happen. It was as if I could have stopped it. Oh, Kirk was always careful, always. Only that day when he left the house, I had a feeling something was going to happen. I said, Kirk, please be careful. He smiled. It was the last I saw.
I won't trouble you any further, Mrs. Brody.
Oh, no. I want to tell you what's happening, Mr. Dollar. I'll tell you what it is. It was this way with Kirk. It's this way with the others. It's their jobs. They're scared for their jobs. If you want to investigate, you want to investigate Barrett. He's the one to investigate.
Hope nobody saw you come in here.
Nobody did, Barrett.
What'd you find out?
Well, nothing you could call factual, but there's some kind of tension in the shop. Something's going on.
Well, production is holding its own.
No, they work all right. But it's like they're frightened of something. I want to look at your employment records.
Why, sure thing. Right in that file drawer.
Thanks.
Yeah, it certainly is odd, Dollar. Every one of the men killed was alone at the time. No witnesses at all.
Oh, really? That's something you neglected to tell me on my first visit here, Mr. Barrett.
Slipped my mind.
It seems several other things slipped your mind.
What do you mean?
Well, like a little communication I found on the bulletin board in the locker room.
What communication?
To the effect that due to various conditions beyond our control, layoffs will be necessary in some cases, and men will be laid off consistent with their seniority.
But now, what possible connection could that have with the 5 deaths?
You had the answer to that question, but I had to find it out on my own. I don't call that active cooperation, Mr. Barrett.
What's that,
The 5
Dollar?
men were killed in order of seniority. The killer, whoever he is, obviously is scared to death of losing his job. According to your files, the next man slated of accidental death is another first helper, Mike Baroldi. Now, you knew all that. Why didn't you speak up?
Well, I don't know. It never hit me as particularly important.
You know Cornell Steele isn't laying off anybody right now. Maybe you're trying to scare the men into more work. And I doubt if that's company policy, Mr. Barrett.
You have your job to do, Dollar. That's to find this killer. I have my job to do. That's to boost production. Is that all right with you?
Perfectly all right. And I'll take my job any day. Mike! Yeah? Come here. What? The delay clerk shanty.
Okay.
I just block it with manganese for the tap, Dollar. I can't waste no time.
Look, this won't take long. Mike, you're on somebody's death list. You know that?
What are you talking about?
I'm with the Plan Insurance Company investigating the 5 deaths that occurred here in the last month. According to my figures, you're next.
Ah, cut it out.
It's not just a matter of accident, Mike. It's murder. You're the highest man in the shop in seniority outside of the Melter foreman. Somebody is knocking off the top of the list one by one. So just watch your step.
I believe it when I see it.
When you see it, Mike, it's going to be too late. That night, toward the end of the shift, must have been about 6 in the morning, Mike was cleaning cinders from the furnace floor on the tap hole side. I was making it my business to keep an eye on him. He was sweeping the cinders off the platform down into the empty ladle pit 30 feet below. As a first helper, it wasn't his job, but Mike was like that. Suddenly, from the other side of the furnace came the huge figure of a man in an asbestos cloak and hood over his head and body. Mike turned, and a look of terror came into his face. I started for him, but too late. Whoever it was picked Mike up, held him aloft for a split second, and hurled him to his death.
In just a moment, we'll return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. But first, to politely paraphrase history, George burns while Gracie fiddles. And the result is, of course, the laugh riot heard every Wednesday evening over most of these same CBS stations. George and Gracie are 2 of America's best purveyors of nonsense, and 2 neighbors everyone enjoys visiting. You can never tell what Gracie has up her sleeve, but you can always bet it'll get George into trouble. Be sure not to miss the Burns and Allen Show this Wednesday and every Wednesday at that spot on your dial marked CBS. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
They gathered around the body of Mike Baroldi, and I gave chase to the killer. It was like running after a brown ghost. He ducked up the aisle between furnaces and hopped gingerly over the coupling of a train of coal scrap. I wasn't so lucky. I climbed up, but my foot got caught in the coupling guide, and I fell on my face. The next thing I remember, I was in the plant inspector's office. He was dismayed. He took one gander at my noggin and launched into Lecture 1A of the Safety Inspector's Manual.
And look at this one. Another example. Look at his head. You're lucky to be alive. What rule did you break?
Section 3, Code 2.
Don't you be funny with me. You know, I could have you fired, you know.
I'll bet you could. What have you found out about Mike Baroldi?
I filled in a full report. The poor man fell over the railing while cleaning the platform.
Not quite.
What?
He was pushed.
Pushed? Who pushed him?
I don't know. The killer had an asbestos cloak and hood over him.
A killer? This is worse than I thought.
You got a skeleton key to the lockers? I want to see Mike's belongings.
Look, just who do you think you are?
I'm with the Grand Insurance Company, mister. You give me the key, and I think we can have this thing straightened out in no time. He was so stunned, he sent me to the Open Heart production office where I got a key. The locker room was empty. I went to Mike Baroldi's locker first. I found his wallet with a pass to the plant in it and $3 in cash. There was a picture of a woman holding a baby. I put the wallet back, looked through the inside pocket of his coat, empty. I closed the locker and started a methodical search of each locker in the place. About 2/3 down the first row, I came to a locker labeled Andre Lemaire. I opened it and found what I was looking for, an asbestos cloak and hood. There had been a tear on the sleeve of the cloak worn by the man who had killed Mike Baroldi. I took the cloak with me, locked up, and walked down the aisle to the door. Somebody was coming in just as I was coming out. It was Joe, Big Joe Poland. What you do here, nosy? Aren't you supposed to be at work?
I feel sick.
Where's Andre?
Andre work.
Number 10?
Like always, number 10. You nosy fella.
I get nosier.
Did you ever see this asbestos cloak before?
Sure. It's used to blow out top hole when they put out new heat.
You seen it lately? Like on somebody?
Sure. Andre, he have on coat.
When?
Before.
Before what?
I don't know. Before.
All right, thanks, Joe. See you later.
Yeah. You tell Andre Joe's sick. Joe go home.
I'll tell him, Joe.
Hey, wait. Inspector say Mike Baroldi pushed from rail.
That's right.
How he know?
I told him.
How you know?
I saw it.
You see Andre push Mike, huh?
What makes you think it was Andre?
Andre bad fella. He don't like this Mike. Always make trouble for this Mike.
And you don't like Andre?
Sure I don't like Andre. Why you think I tell you?
Did you see Andre?
I see him go to furnace where Mike is. Stomach too big.
You go on home, Joe. You don't look so good. As far as I was concerned, there were two main possibilities, two big boys. One was Joe Poland. The other was Andre Lemire. I stuck the asbestos cloak that I found in Andre's locker in the production office where I could get to it later. The sun had come up, and Andre was standing there, enjoying the fresh air before going down to the locker room.
Hello, Dollar. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it is.
It's a beautiful day. That man should have to bury himself in this dirt and filth when all the world is so beautiful. That is the shame, no?
Yeah, that's right, Andre. You going home now?
Yeah, I go home now, yes. Oh, I have wonderful suggestion. Wonderful suggestion. You come home with me, huh? We have good French meal. You like good French food?
Yeah, sounds great. Your wife won't mind?
Sure she mind, but who cares for the wife? Ah, come.
What's your name, monsieur?
Johnny Dollar.
Funny name.
Ah, you have no sense. Woman, you do not tell a man he has funny name.
Oh, I'm sorry, monsieur.
Oh, think nothing of it.
You work at mill?
That's right.
He will make a wonderful worker. A very good man because he think, he use his head. Oh, I forget, Marie. The most terrible thing has happened.
What?
You know Mike Baroldi. Mike, tall, long, thin, little hair. Well, Mike is pushed from rail and killed.
Oh, no.
Kill. Oh, terrible, terrible. You see it, no, Dollar?
Yeah, I saw it.
Somebody do it. Somebody. They catch him, boy.
Andre, I think it's about time I let you in on a little secret. I'm with an insurance company. I'm investigating these murders.
Huh?
I found an asbestos cloak in your locker today.
I have no asbestos cloak.
I saw him. I killed Andre. The killer wore this cloak. The cloak was in your locker. Maybe you'd better take it from there.
You say I killed Mike? You tell me this? I take you to my house. You say terrible things to me like this. You lie to me. You say you are friends of mine. You leave. You leave. Leave.
Well, there goes some nice French cooking. Expense account, item 6, 25 cents for coffee and donuts at a corner cafe. I kicked myself a couple of times for breaking out the evidence before I should have. Then I went back to the open hearth office. Barrett had just arrived. He greeted me with a frown that reminded me of the last conversation we'd had.
Well, Dollar, have you found anything else?
You heard what happened early this morning?
About Mike, yes. I thought you had it all figured out.
Well, I still haven't. I chased the killer across the shop, but he got away.
I see.
No, you don't see. He had an asbestos cloak and hood over him.
Pretty clever fella.
Yeah, and pretty big. I've got it narrowed down, but that doesn't help much.
I suppose you've come to look through the files again, just so you can tell who's going to be killed next?
Maybe it'll be different this time, Mr. Barrett. I think I'll just take that seniority list with me, if I may. I'm going to go home and get some sleep.
How do you like the night shift?
It's anything but dull, Mr. Barrett. I'll see you later. Expense account, item 7, $1 even, cab fare to boarding house, to which a surprised taxi driver chauffeured his first overalled customer in what must have been years. Did I study the list in the cab? I did not. I grabbed a little sleep. The driver shook me awake. I paid him, went upstairs, and flopped in the cot. Then I opened the paper. The next name on the list was none other than Andre Lemire. Expense account, item 8, 75 cents taxi fare. I got to Andre's in 10 minutes. I was 20 minutes too late. The police were out front.
Dead. He's dead. They killed him.
Who killed him, Mrs. Lemire?
Killed him. Killed.
Who? Who, Mrs. Lemire?
The man. The big man. He killed him.
Sergeant, take care of her. I'm sorry, Mrs. Lemire. Expense account item 8, cab fare to plant. I tried to tell myself that there was nothing I could have done, that everything had pointed to Andre. But I'd seen his name on the seniority list, right below Mike Baroldi's. I'd drawn too many conclusions. It was clear now. The asbestos cloak in Andre's locker had been a frame. Maybe insurance investigators shouldn't make mistakes, but they do. And sometimes fatal ones. I could lay the blame for Andre's death on nobody but myself. Myself and a big first helper named Joe Poland. Where's Poland, Barrett?
Why, I don't know. He got sick. We sent him home.
What's his address?
I have it right here in my book.
Well, bring it with you. You and I are paying a visit to Joe Poland.
I hope you have a gun, Dollar.
Just in case.
Knock.
You better stand back.
Yeah?
Mrs. Poland,
Yeah?
is your husband home?
No.
We're from the mills. This is Mr. Barrett.
Huh?
Where can we find your husband, Mrs. Poland?
He not home.
Mind if we come in and see?
He not home. Go away. He not
I'm
home.
sorry, Mrs. Poland. We'll have to make sure.
You stop.
You try that door, Barrett.
I think you'd better try it.
You
Dollar.
go.
Right.
You go. I call police.
He's not here, Barrett.
He not home. I told you he not home.
Mrs. Poland, you may not know it, but your husband is wanted for murder.
Murders.
Yeah. Now, come on. Tell us where he is.
You from Mills? I tell you nothing.
Look, Mrs. Poland, be reasonable.
Reasonable. You be reasonable. 5 kids. Be reasonable. This place be reasonable. Mills be reasonable. Barrett. You go. I call police.
Come on, Barrett. You must have a peculiar theory of management, Barrett. I've been in dozens of plants, and I've never seen anybody loved like you are. What do you do to them?
My theory of management is very simple. Men work better when the pressure's on. There it is, cruel but true. I have the top production result in the plant. You can't beat that.
How did you ever get off a bookkeeper's stool and into a mill? How did you ever get to be a supervisor? I'd like to meet the man that hired you.
I give you 10 days as a supervisor in the steel mills, Dollar. You'd change your opinions fast. Men are no different now than they ever were. Give them an inch, they take a mile. Give them 5 minutes off, they take an hour. Let them out of your sight for a minute, and they're playing cards in a corner.
You know, men are more than figures on a production chart. Could that be why you lost a lot of good first helpers, Barrett?
One maniac runs loose, and you condemn the whole method. Sorry, Dollar. You've got a lot to learn about the practical management. You'd better just stick to investigation. And from the way you've messed this case up, I'd say you were the one who had a lot to learn in his field.
We rode back to the plant without a word. It wasn't just anger. There was so much difference between us, there was just nothing to say. Barrett got off and said he'd call the police if I had proof that Joe Poland was the killer. I said I didn't have any proof and for him to call the police anyhow. I took the stairs to the furnace floor. I knew Poland would be there. I don't know how I knew, I just knew. I wandered from furnace shanty to furnace shanty. I found him at number 12. He was cleaning out the clay of the tap hole before the pour. Joe?
Yeah?
Take off the hood.
What?
Come on, Joe. It's all over.
Dollar! No good, Dollar. Nobody take job away from Joe. You see the list? I on top of list now, Dollar. I top of list. Now nobody take job away. My kids, my wife, they be good now. No live bad. I get big raise now. I top of list. But it's no fire me, huh?
Stay away, Joe. Joe, I'll shoot. The second it stopped him, then he came at me again, as steady as before. The small trickles of blood started down his chest. Stop, Joe! His leg this time. He gripped it once, then let go. There was no expression of pain on his face, just determination. I was the last man in his way.
After I was gone, he had a clear road to security.
You don't stop
Then
me,
he was on
Dollar.
me, his huge hands gripping my throat.
Dollar,
Below me, I could feel the
stop
seared heat
now.
of freshly poured steel bubbling in his
You
face.
don't stop
Then I
me,
shot again.
Dollar.
Close quarters this time, and right for the heart. Slowly, the hands relaxed. The huge body slumped over the railing and fell. There was a hiss and puff of steam. I stood up. My legs were trembling under me. I looked down, shielding my face. There was nothing to see. The slag had covered over. Expense account, item 9, $20.53. Flowers for Joe Poland's funeral. They buried a block of steel in place of his body. Barrett was standing there, standing to one side, and Mrs. Poland and Mrs. Brody and Mrs. Lemare. When the minister finished his little speech, Mrs. Poland turned to Barrett. I've never seen hate like that in anyone's eyes.
Murderer. You killed him. You killed him, Barrett. You killed them all. You still kill them. They'll all die of you
Come on,
someday,
Mrs. Poland, come on. That isn't going to happen. Come on now.
Oh, Murderer! Hi, Marie Lemare. Let me take you home.
So Mrs. Poland went home with the woman whose husband Joe had killed. And I wondered, who are the murderers, and where does murder start? Though I don't like to see anyone lose his job, I like petty Simon Legree's even less. So I'm pleased to report that Joel Barrett has been replaced as supervisor. I finally concluded that if you trace a murder far enough, you get right back to every one of us. Expense account total $520.25. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien and was written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Harry M. Popkin United Artists production, DOA. Featured in our cast were Joe Forte, Junius Matthews, Jack Petruzzi, Raymond Burr, Jack Crucian, Kay Stewart, and Peggy Weber. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us again next week when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien will return in another transcribed adventure of...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
CBS will go right on bringing you Dr. Christian every Wednesday night over most of these same stations, along with Bing, Groucho, and George and Gracie. Stay tuned now for The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where Wednesday night is Bing Crosby night, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Cal Porter and Associated, Johnny.
What's up, Cal?
Remember the Younger case, about 1945? Henry J. Younger. Your testimony sent him up for a 1 to 10 hitch. Insurance fraud?
Yeah, sure, I remember him.
They let him out yesterday. He's been noising it about that you're the top of his shopping list.
Oh, I've heard that kind of talk before.
Well, all I know is he's not here in Hartford visiting grandmother. We'd like to have you on a payroll for a few weeks just for safety's sake. Keep an eye on him for us.
Probably the easiest money I've ever taken, Cal. If I remember Mr. Unger, he'll have his eye on me.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Here's a taste treat you can enjoy indoors, outdoors, at work, or at play. The cool, long-lasting mint flavor refreshes you. The smooth, steady chewing helps keep you fresh and alert. Adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Associated Insurance Companies of New England. Attention, Calvin Porter. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the Henry J. Unger matter. Expense account item 1, $2.20, night letter to Warden of State Penitentiary for dossier on Henry J. Unger. I just hung up and the doorbell rang. Just a second.
Hello, Johnny.
Eileen.
Well, can I come in?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, nice place. Been so long I'd almost forgotten. Oh, I see you got rid of that imitation Rodin, the miniature. Wasn't your type, anyway. Oh, I must say, you're not being very hospitable. Don't I deserve a drink?
Sure.
What's the latest?
Oh, working as hard as ever.
Oh, thanks.
I'm sorry if I'm a lousy conversationalist, Eileen, but like you say, it's been a long time. I thought you said you never wanted to see me again.
I did, once. But when I got your wire yesterday, I decided that
My
maybe...
wire? I didn't send you any wire.
Don't make me seem like a fool, Johnny. I got a wire from you asking me up here this evening. You said you wanted to talk things over.
Look, I don't know who's playing a gag on you, Eileen, but I didn't send you a wire. I know how you felt 2 years ago when we said so long.
Well, maybe I was wrong 2 years ago. I know I made some mistakes, and you made some mistakes.
Let's see that wire.
Well, sure. It's right here in my purse.
Tonight at 7:30, let's talk things over at my place. Love, Johnny. I didn't send that. You sure you don't know a few other Johnnies?
That was a dirt crap.
You like little things like this, don't you, Eileen? You like to write yourself notes, make up stories. You've got an A1 imagination. Well, I went all through that a long time
Now,
ago.
you listen to me. This is no gag, and it's not my imagination.
All right. Let's make things as pleasant as possible as long as you can.
Fair enough. I thought a lot about you, Johnny. Oh, I'm not apologizing. Really, I'm not. Just thinking back. I'm glad it didn't turn out the way we originally planned it. I'd have spent half my life worrying over you.
Oh, that's very touching, especially in light of the fact that every other evening it was somebody else.
I told you, Johnny.
Yes, that we were going to be pleasant.
Oh, that's right. We were going to be pleasant. Oh. You expecting someone?
No.
Mr. Dollar?
Yes?
Maybe you don't recall my face. The name is Unger. Henry J. Unger. Mind if I come in?
I'm busy.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, we won't take much of your time, will we, Ferdy?
A very minimal amount of your time.
Mind introducing me to the lady?
What do you want, Unger?
My name is Henry J. Unger, miss.
Well, maybe I better go, Johnny.
No, stick around.
Go on, Eileen. I'll see you later.
I said stick around.
I guess you better stick around. You just came over for a visit, Unger. Let her go home.
Oh, no. Maybe she'd like to watch the activities. Ferdy, get out the needle.
Now, look, Unger.
Oh, you talk, just like someone in insurance. You make so much noise and you don't say anything. How's it coming, Ferdy?
Satisfactorily. It's all ready. And they were each having a drink, too.
I noticed that. Got the rope?
Now, you know I have the rope.
That chair will be fine. Sit down, Dollar.
What's the angle, Unger?
You'll find out. Sit down. Can you work with gloves on, Ferdy?
Sure. I can do it with mittens. And once around, twice around, once around, twice around.
Hey, look. What are you going to do? Why don't you let him alone?
It's love, Ferdy.
Let her go home, Unger. She hasn't anything to do with this.
Finished, Ferdy?
Come on, Unger.
Ferdy, you finished?
One more little minute. There. All done. And very sturdy, too.
All right, Ferdy. Roll up his sleeve.
Right. Hey, look. He's got a nice big blue vein right here. You know, it's so hard to find a good, nice, blue, bulgy vein on somebody. Feel, Uncle, feel.
He loves his work, this Ferdy. Used to be a lab technician at some big hospital. Didn't you, Ferdy?
That's right, Mr. Unger. Hold very still, Mr. Dollar, and concentrate on this lovely girl you see standing before you. Just conceive of yourself as being a very big man, the President of the United States or something. Someone with influence. There's a great deal of influence.
My head was loaded with nails. The warm air clouded my nostrils, and I couldn't breathe. I tried to open my eyes, but no luck. I longed for something bitter and bubbly and cold. It was the worst hangover I'd ever had in my life. I finally forced my eyes open. One of my hands felt heavy, and the other felt light. I turned my head painfully. There was a gun in my right fist. On the floor, dried blood. A lot of blood. And a girl named Eileen.
Police!
Oh.
He killed her! Police!
It was the maid. I remembered the keys hanging in a great silver ring from a wide waist. And she was gone. Empty liquor bottles. Two in the corner, one near the body. I focused my eyes on the gun. It was my own. I sat up and opened the breech. It had been fired. Twice. I looked at my watch. I put it up to my face and I looked at it hard. 10, 20. I had been out almost 3 hours. I went out into the fresh air and it hit me like a slap in the mouth. I almost passed out again. But I took it slow, not breathing too deeply. Expense account item 2, $1, and I forget how many cents cab fare to the combination home and office of my good friend, old Dr. Norwich. I was still so groggy I almost fell into the house when he opened the door.
Why, Johnny, here, let me take your arm.
Oh, I'm a little woozy.
That I can see. Here. Sit down before you fall down. Here we are.
Look, Doc, I gotta trust you. I've just been framed. Look at my right arm. The vein.
It's been punctured.
What did they give me?
I don't know. I can take a blood sample and lab it up for you.
Thanks, Doc.
I can't be certain, but my opinion is you've been given a very adult dose of alcohol. Possibly a mixture of 50% alcohol and intravenous fluid.
Can I prove it?
Did you have a drink?
Yeah, one.
Well, I'm afraid gastric analysis would show a trace of alcohol.
Yeah, but not enough to make me pass out.
Well, by now, most of the alcohol would be in the blood, whether you drank it or had it pumped into you.
So it's a dead end, huh?
If it's a frame, Johnny, I'm afraid the evidence I could supply wouldn't be much help to you. You've been radically anesthetized, my friend, but that little round dot on your arm could have been self-inflicted. A good prosecuting attorney could make mincemeat out of your case.
Can you at least make me solid again?
It'll take a few hours, but I can get you on your feet. If you don't mind being treated a little rough.
I don't mind anything, Doc, as long as you can get me awake enough to keep myself alive. After a Swiss bath consisting of ice-cold water pressured at the body out of a stout hose, plus a potent shot of vitamin B complex and another cup of coffee, I felt almost normal. The throb in my head was gone. In its place was the cold realization that I was wanted for murder. Expense account item 3, 50 cents taxi fare to Asylum Street. It was funny going through all the motions of a murderer. I began to feel an edge of guilt creep into me. By the time I hauled myself into the Lost Soul Cafe, I felt as much a part of the place as the tramp at the elbow of the bar. I found an old informant at a front table. Expense account item 4, $25 strictly for information.
Sure. Sit down. For that kind of money, sit down.
Thanks.
Now, what was that question again?
Henry J. Unger, Victor.
Henry J. Unger. Just unfrozen.
That's right.
Well, 25 isn't very much.
25 is my present limit. This isn't too big a case.
I could do better on quiz show.
Henry J. Unger and his character man, Ferdy.
$25 and a shot.
Right.
Won't you join me?
Oh, I can't look at the stuff.
I took the cure once. Christopher, we're the same. Henry J. Who?
Unger.
Well, he hasn't been around long enough for me to know his habits. Just a few weeks. He just got unfrozen, you know.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Did I? Oh, yes, so I did. Well, he's been dropping in here every afternoon about... What time is it?
3 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, in the afternoon.
I've been here a long time. Well, he should be here at any minute. You know, I should stop imbibing. You know why? It isn't really good for you.
If you had the treatment I had last night, you'd quit.
Oh, wonderful. Give me a temperance lecture. I haven't heard one in 14 years. The last lady that lectured me, I married. Turned her into a derelict and got rid of her. Give me a temperance lecture.
Yeah, some other time. I just saw him.
Where?
See you later, Victor. Thanks. Hello, Unger.
Well, Dollar, the police know you're out?
Let's sit down and talk it over.
I wouldn't stay in one place too long if I were you.
It won't be too long.
Well, speak your piece.
This strictly revenge, Unger?
Let's put it this way. 5 years is a long time. Good thing I learned to behave myself, or I'd still be running the prison paper.
You're the noisy type, Unger. You'd be the finger man if I so much as stubbed my toe.
Correction, I would have been. Now I've got the law doing my dirty work.
You haven't made a mistake.
I planned this for 5 years. You won't find any mistakes. Oh, I thought a lot about you, Dollar, up at the resort.
You know, in the years I've been in the insurance game, I've seen you guys come and go by the dozen. They turn you out of the same mold. You flip a few jobs, and it gives you a kick, and it goes to your head. Then comes that one mistake. They salt you away, and it gripes you. The world's to blame. You look around for somebody to take it out on.
You talk a lot for a fugitive, Dollar.
You're going to sit down over a piece of paper and write out a full confession, Unger.
What makes you think so?
This.
A confession under duress isn't worth very much.
It'll be worth a lot to me. For one thing, it'll be the truth. You'll have to prove I held a gun on you.
Drop it, Dollar.
What?
I said drop it.
You got the wrong man, Lieutenant.
I doubt it, Dollar. You're under arrest for the murder of Eileen Kennedy.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, full-bodied, real mint flavor cools your mouth, moistens your throat, freshens your taste. And the chewing itself gives you a little lift, helps you keep going at your best. So for real chewing enjoyment that's refreshing and long-lasting, always keep Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. Healthful, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum will make every day more enjoyable. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, it's my duty to warn you that anything you say may be held against you. If you got a good lawyer...
Lieutenant, this is ridiculous. You know I'm not a...
Killer? Do you want a good lawyer?
Yeah. Guess I better get one. Call Joseph P. Harris. Number's in the book.
Take care of that, Sergeant. Yeah, it looks bad for you, Johnny. When the DA gets hold of this evidence, he's going to be pretty nasty. You have any contradictory facts?
Yeah, sure. I'm innocent.
Can you prove it? Oh, come on, Dollar. You're in trouble.
It was a beautiful job of framing, Lieutenant.
All right, tell me what happened.
Eileen Kennedy received a telegram yesterday. It asked her to meet me up at my apartment at 7:30 the next night that I wanted to talk.
You two had quite a romance at one time, as I remember.
We had quite a romance, but I didn't send that telegram.
Can you prove it?
I didn't send the... No, I can't prove it.
Go on.
Well, she got there at 7:30. We had a few words.
Fight?
Not a fight, differences of opinion. We weren't up there 5 minutes when the doorbell rang. It was Unger. He was with a guy he called Ferdy.
Well, what happened?
Unger pulled a gun on me, sat me down in the chair, and Ferdy tied me up. Then Ferdy injected alcohol into my vein, enough to make me pass out. He dumped a few bottles around the apartment, probably pouring the liquor down the drain. And when I woke up, Eileen was lying dead on the floor next to me.
That makes a good story, Dollar.
Well, here's the mark on my arm. You can still see it.
Yeah. All right, Johnny, now it's my turn. We found Eileen Kennedy in your apartment. There were 2 bullets in her, one in the abdomen, one in the chest, penetrating the heart at the right ventricle.
From my gun?
Yeah, the one we took from you when we captured you. .38 automatic.
Lieutenant,
We found empty liquor bottles around the place. Gastric analysis at autopsy of the girl showed alcohol.
Sure, we each had a drink.
A drink or many, there was a trace of alcohol. Now, you say you didn't take more than 1 drink. Can you prove it?
Can you prove it? Can you prove it? Can you prove you washed your face this morning?
I don't have to, Johnny. Okay, Sergeant, take him to his cell. When his lawyer comes, send him right in.
I'll try to remember something that might help me defend you, Johnny.
Joe, I just can't think anymore. My head's going around like a pinwheel.
You've got to keep yourself under control. Now, you're an investigator. You're used to dealing with things like this. Certainly when it comes to your own life.
Yeah, that's just it. When it comes to my own life, I'm tied up in knots.
I see. Well, I'll be frank. It'll be a rough one.
Are they still holding Unger?
They couldn't hold him. They had no charge against him.
Uh-huh. And it looks like the indictment will go through, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. You were terribly drunk, Johnny. Dr. Norwich told me the percentage of alcohol in your blood.
You think I killed her, don't you?
Now, look, Johnny, I'm trying
Forget
to
it.
help you.
Forget it, Joe. I'll see you in court.
Excuse me, would you mind moving over one, please? Oh, there. Oh, sorry. Just got here in time.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. This Honorable Court of Connecticut is now in session pursuant to adjournment. Judge Samuel B. Epstein presiding. Be seated. The State of Connecticut versus John Dollar.
We'll waive a jury, Johnny. I think you'll have a better chance.
We'll take a jury, Joe. Start picking.
Your name, please?
David W. Norwich.
You're a physician, is that correct?
Physician and surgeon.
Now, Dr. Norwich, did the defendant, Mr. Dollar, make a visit to you on the night of July 10th last?
He did.
Would you mind explaining the circumstances of that visit to the jury, Doctor?
He was very sick. I had to help him inside. He was so sick. A laboratory analysis of his blood showed him to be under the influence of alcohol.
Did the defendant, or did he not show you a spot on his arm where a hypodermic needle had penetrated?
He did.
And did you or did you not suggest to him at that time that the alcohol might have been administered by means of a hypodermic needle?
I did. But also...
That'll be all, Doctor.
Not quite all, Doctor. Now, Doctor, you know as well as I do that a little black dot on the underside of the elbow might have been done by an enterprising young investigator such as Mr. Dollar in order to put forth a fairy tale that he was drugged, do you not?
I object, Your Honor. The prosecuting attorney is attempting to intimidate the witness and interject his own opinions through the medium of his questions.
Justine?
Very well. Doctor, is there any possible way of showing through laboratory tests of one sort or another whether alcohol had been administered by hypodermic or by mouth?
Yes, there is. Gastric analysis.
And did you perform such a test upon the defendant, Mr. Dollar, at the time of his visit to you, July 10 last?
I did.
Will you tell the jury what you found, please?
I found a trace of alcohol.
That will be all, Doctor. Thank you. Your name, please?
Rochelle Happerston.
You know her, Johnny? Happerston, where do you live?
1024 and a half Pitkin Street, East Hartford.
What relationship did you have to the murdered girl, Miss Kennedy?
I was her roommate.
How long had you roomed with Miss Kennedy?
Oh, about 3 years.
Now, Miss Happerston, did the defendant, Mr. Dollar, ever call on Miss Kennedy?
Well, not for the last 2 years.
But prior to 2 years ago, he did call at her place of residence. Is that not correct?
2 years ago, yes.
Yeah,
now, is it not true that Miss Kennedy and Mr. Dollar were about to be married?
Yes, that's true, but that was 2 years ago, too, so far as I know.
Just answer the questions, Miss Happerston.
Well, you want the truth, don't you?
We'll get the truth, Miss Happerston. Now, were you present when Miss Kennedy received the wire from Mr. Dollar requesting her to meet him at his apartment at 7:30 the night of July 10 last?
Yes, I was.
And what do you remember to be her reaction?
Hand me that pad.
Well, she was very confused. She said she didn't love him, and she was hoping he wouldn't ask her to start again.
And she went to Mr. Dollar's apartment under the impression that there was a chance that he might ask her to get together again?
Objection, Your Honor. The witness cannot know what went on in the mind of the deceased.
Sustained. Strike the previous question from the record. Proceed.
In your opinion, no, let me put it this way. Did Miss Kennedy not say to you only a day before the time that she left for Mr. Dollar's apartment that she was not in love with Dollar and that she hoped he would not ask her to marry him?
Yes, she did.
That will be all, Miss Happerston. Your name, please.
Javier Sawyer.
Would you state your occupation?
I'm a lieutenant, Homicide Bureau, Hartford Police Department.
Lieutenant Sawyer, you were in charge of the Kennedy case, were you not?
Yes, I was.
You examined Mr. Dollar's apartment following the crime?
I did.
Did you find empty bottles of whiskey in the apartment?
I did.
How many?
4.
And where were the bottles placed?
I only saw 3.
Well, one was adjacent to the body, 2 were in one corner of the living room, and 1 was in the kitchen.
Now, is it possible that one or more of those bottles might have been consumed previous to the night of July 10th, the night that Eileen Kennedy was killed?
No, sir.
Why do you say that, Lieutenant?
Well, there were a few drops of liquor in every one of the 4 bottles. Had the liquor been consumed previous to that night, these drops would have evaporated by the time we got there.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Your witness, Mr. Harris.
No questions. Looks bad, Johnny.
4 bottles. I only saw 3.
Maybe a plea of guilty.
A hypodermic.
What'd you say?
Joe, I've been in a fog. Put me on the stand.
I'd advise against it,
Put me on the stand, Joe.
Your name?
Johnny Dollar.
Where do you live?
390 Pearl Street, Hartford.
I'm going to point out to your attorney that you don't have to testify. You're aware of that.
I am.
Now, did you kill Eileen Kennedy?
I did not, and I can prove it.
Please. Ladies and gentlemen.
Please continue, Mr. Dollar.
Now, there were 4 empty liquor bottles found in my apartment the night Eileen Kennedy was killed. Get that? 4 bottles. 1 near the body, 2 in the corner, and the police say they found 1 in the kitchen. All empty. Lieutenant Sawyer testified that by examining the degree of evaporation in the bottles of the residual whiskey, those bottles had been emptied the night of July 10th and not before.
Go on.
The medical examiners proved that Miss Kennedy did not have a high percentage of alcohol in her blood. She could not then have consumed as much as a pint of liquor, and the police say even that much is doubtful. Now, that means, ladies and gentlemen, that the night of July 10th, I would have had to consume over 3.5 quarts of whiskey. I've got to admit that I would have been unconscious long before I reached that point.
Order. Proceed, Mr. Dollar.
Now, as for the hypodermic needle.
Assuming I were about to go under from an overdose of alcohol, is it likely that I, who have had no practice at the administration of hypodermics, would have used my left hand to administer a hypodermic to myself and be accurate enough to hit the vein so exactly? Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one man who had a motive to kill Eileen Kennedy. That motive was to get me, something he'd been threatening to do for 5 years. And that's the man, the next witness, the elevator boy in my building, saw come up to my apartment the night of Eileen Kennedy's murder. That man is here in this courtroom. His name is Henry J. Unger. Look out, he's making a break for it. Stop him, Pete! We got him! You did it, Tommy, you did it! So the case of the state versus Johnny Dollar became the case of the state versus Henry Unger. Ferdy's confession under fire isn't going to help Unger any. You might sum up my whole case in one sentence. Alcohol and murder don't mix. But I'm not kidding myself. If Unger hadn't got panicky at the mention of the next witness, I might have gotten what he deserved. Just shows what a little nerve, some fast bluff, and somebody else's sense of guilt will do for you. You see, there is no elevator in my building. Expense account total, $50.39, and more worry than you've got stockholders. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, to make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. There's lots of cooling, real mint flavor in every stick. And chewing Wrigley Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. You feel better, work better, get more fun out of doing things. So indoors, outdoors, wherever you go, keep some healthful, refreshing Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Gum, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can soon... Featured in tonight's cast were Lou Krugman, Gene Bates, Raymond Burr, Sidney Miller, Mary Shipp, Parley Bear, Herb Butterfield, and Bill Conrad. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you've enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum every day. We invite you to join us again next week at the same time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Bob Stevenson speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.